on cowboy shit.
All right, friends, this is episode 202 of Cowboy Shit. My name is Ted Stovin, and I've got some very special guest co-hosts today, Mr. James Foley and camera lady, Kara Stasha.
We're here.
Thanks for joining us on a Sunday night.
We're just cruising in the truck right now.
Yeah. Hey, whatever it takes, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. There's a bit of lag. You guys are coming back to Lloydminster from Pierceland, Saskatchewan.
Yeah. Had a big birthday party. Busy Sunday.
Yeah,
You were on the road too today?
I was. We drove back from Pendleton today. We had a great time. I actually have another guest that was in Pendleton too. I'm gonna let him in. Let him tell us about the show.
Oh,
Carrie, you better tell us about the big 90 though first before we get too far along here. You guys had a
Yeah,
big day with the Bulls. Big
it
weekend.
was. It was really good. It was hopefully a little turning point in the industry up here. And
Love it.
we can be we can be more proud, honestly. It's a huge accomplishment. James has worked his absolute ass off for the last 10 years to get to this point, and it's pretty speechless after we went and I found James and I was like, we both basically just wooed right at the same time, yelled as loud as we could in happiness.
Yeah,
We're pretty freaking stoked.
I love it. And Kay, I assume you won with a 90. Like, you get a 90, you should be winning, right?
yeah. We won the Open for charity. Yeah.
Okay. I'd be sad if you got a 90 and didn't win.
Yeah, that would have been tough. But I guess if somebody has a better calf that day, they have a better calf. Not much all we can do is our little part, and the animal does the most part. So, some days you're the windshield and some days you're the bug. So it's just one of them. It's a gamble, and like I said, they'll humble you and they'll make you happy, and that's the part that I love about it. So yeah, no, it was a good day. We're happy. I think it's a great time for the Canadian fraternity business that we're able to break that egg and get 90s, and I think it's only going to be up from here. I think we were like 90.53. It's the new record, but I don't think it's going to last long.
Oh, I like it. Well, and we got to talk more on this, but we had one of our special guests that was also in Pendleton just join in. I think she's just hanging out right now. She's on the line, but she's got her microphone and camera muted. We'll see if she pops up here or not. Maybe she can't hear us yet. Don't know. Oh,
Oh, I don't know how to work this, obviously.
this your first time on Zoom, Brooke?
Yeah, on my phone for sure.
Yeah. um, James, Carrie, you guys know Brooke? There she is.
Hey,
Hello.
how
No,
is everyone?
Good, how are you?
Good. I mean, I'm obviously not ready for this endeavor, but I am here for the people, so.
That's what's all about.
I figured we should. I was texting with Devin Riches and Brooke. Okay, Brooke, you got to tell me. I've
Yeah.
had people call you Martini and Martine, but what is proper?
Martini,
It is
like the
Martini.
drink. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
for everybody, that's the official.
I've been wrong for so long. I thought it was Martine, but it's actually Martini.
Yeah, that's where the
Oh, man.
B-teeny comes from. That started in high school, and everybody in
Oh.
college has always called me B-teeny because it's
Oh.
obviously everyone calls me B and then the martini together. So,
Okay, I love it. Well, okay, so James, Kira, I don't know if you two know, but Brooke does the social media for the Ty Posbon Foundation. Also does a ton of work for the Merritt Pro Rodeo, the Nickel Valley Pro Rodeo. I guess your real job, your day job's at the Calgary Stampede too, Brooke, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
sure is.
One of our first models for cowboy shit back in the day.
Yeah. Way back
Forgot
in the day.
about
I think
that.
I was blonde back then. It was
You
way
were.
back when. Yeah.
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 We're just talking with James and Kira about their I don't even know the bull. James, Kira, what's the name of the bull? You guys got to bust it into the 90s this weekend.
Yeah, Fryer is his name.
Fryer, like Fyer.
Freyr.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I got it. So, James, Carrie, do you guys have any questions for Brooke for her adventures in Pendleton? I'm
Oh
curious what she
Uh,
gosh.
has.
what was this? This was your first time?
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever been to Pendleton, so it was quite the adventure.
Is it, well, Ted already said his piece here before we got rolling, but is it exactly how people talk about it, or is it grander, or what was your thoughts about it first time?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I really knew what to expect. Like I had seen it on social media and on like the Cowboy channel and everything. Um, Being there is completely different. Like it's pretty electric. The crowd is so engaged, so excited to be there. Um, and I mean, watching everybody on the grass is just insane. It's crazy watching the rough stock is wild. The barrel racing is so cool to watch on the grass like that. So I mean, we were pretty lucky. I have some pretty good friends that were in Pendleton that hooked us up with some pretty awesome seats. So we really got to take in the full experience, and it was pretty awesome. So yeah, I had a really good experience. Would love to go back next year.
So, when you say you got the full experience, did you
Uh,
get to the? Go ahead, James. Yeah.
I was just gonna, does Nats have the record for the most wrecked out people? His bulls have been cleaning people up on the grass here the last couple of years.
So
Yeah.
He knocked out one guy.
the question I thought I heard was, does Nansen have the record for mucking people out by behind the PVC fence? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's the case. What do you think, Brooke?
he's got to like every.
They're his bulls that are mucking people out, eh?
Like
Um,
I feel like every year Nansen's bolts are making the, well, I guess Wentz's had a good one too. But Nansen does a good job of testing out the old PVC fence.
um, there's a picture that I have on my phone. There's probably a way to show it in a better way than me just showing you on my phone. But I I got the full Pendleton experience. I definitely like got right up in there. This is where I was sitting on the
Oh
grass at
yeah.
one point.
Yeah, I think you maybe got the more full experience than we did. I was pretty stoked about where we were sitting because it wasn't right there actually.
Yeah. It was I will say though, it was terrifying. Like I was out there with yeah, we were right amongst it. And
Yeah.
like this bull's out there for a while, but I knew as soon as the bull ropers got the rope on them that we were fine. But there was only one that got out when I was out there, and I only had to get up a couple times, but I was definitely on edge the whole time. But I was also got thinking, I was like, what the fuck am I doing out here on the grass? What, like, I don't even have any health insurance. I'm not even from here.
I'm
I
not
get
even from here.
I get mucked out by a bull, and I'm just like dead, and it would just be like, what? Why, Ted? Why did you do that? This is a stupid
We
idea.
we were there the one day that that guy got mucked out pretty bad, and it was yeah, it was wild. It was insane, and I was very happy that we were behind some pipe for sure.
And that was like a volunteer guy, James. So I don't know if you guys saw it, but this guy like was behind the PVC fence, but just didn't move. Like if I was behind the PVC fence like that, like which I was, I fucking
Yeah.
ran like almost every time. I was on one knee in the ready position to get moving like every time. I was like there are some guys just laid back, they just like fully butts on the ground, feet stretched out, had an elbow on the ground. They're just chilling. I was like, I'm not that comfortable out here. Like I don't maybe with the bronc riding and close to the buck and shoes, but right in the middle of the arena with the broncs and everything, like or the bull, like not a damn chance. There's lots of folks that are just chilling. They were totally comfortable with it. Like I don't know. Maybe they're Pendleton experts or they're not noobs like me. But I had to make a point to get out there, and then I went out for the rough stock the whole day. I hung out with Nansen and Jen and Jonathan Kamita, the Moxas. Had a really fun time. Saw Kenny what the heck's Kenny Barringer. I hadn't seen that guy in a long time, James. You probably remember that guy.
Yes, sir. I
Yeah.
haven't seen him in a real long time.
Yeah, me either. Well, it was really fun. I remember catching up with so many different people. Josh and Tammy Breeze, Montana, Nevada as well. I got to send a huge thanks to Jeff Chadwick for hooking us up with tickets, as well as Callie Adams with Montana Silversmiths. But we had Wrangler tickets and Montana Silver tickets the whole week. I got to sit in the 1910 room, Brooke. That was wild. If anybody ever gets a chance to do that, put both of your hands in the air and say yes, because it's like a little white tent. There's probably only room for like 100 people. Free drinks and food all day. They serve 5 or 6 different courses of food. We're like, do we get to choose from this stuff? They're like, no, They just kept bringing us food. Every like different event, there was another course of food. There was like dessert, and there was salads, and there was like chips and salsa. Like it was totally nuts. And I think I tried 7 different kinds of drinks in there during the day. Luckily, you didn't get too banged up. But like, uh, I made the most of it. Our I even called our Montana Silversmith CEO yesterday morning. I was like, "Hey, if you need me to hand out some buckles today, like I'm ready. I'm here. I got my Montana Silversmith shirt on. Like if you need me to hand out some hardware, like I put me in, coach." Um, and I talked to Callie too. She's like, "No, you're good. You're good." And I was like, "Good," because by the time I heard back from them, I was deep into the letterbuck room and had a couple of refreshments, and I was feeling pretty good and didn't want to leave there.
Man, we didn't even see you
That's
either, Ted. We were in the same place and
Yeah,
never even crossed paths.
I know. I was busy down there, Brooke. I had a lot of things to do. I was
Clearly, yeah.
yeah. I
That'll
heard
happen at those bigger rodeos for sure.
right, and I heard there's this rumor, like I don't know if it's true or not, but if you show your boobs, you get a free Pendleton T-shirt. So
So
I'm
I
not gonna.
was told about that
Yeah,
when I went into the letterbuck room with a few people, strangers. So I think they were trying to set us up for failure.
but I
And
mean, like, you know, there's like, I heard you get a
is that how
Pendleton
you got
T-shirt if
that
you.
t-shirt?
No, no, it's not.
I they told us about
Yeah,
this.
sure.
I said I've never needed a t-shirt that bad.
Eh,
I'll just let everybody else do that.
got caught up in the moment. Like things can happen. I don't know if it's true or not, but I will say
I
that I.
I heard it a couple times, so I'd have to
Yeah,
say that it's probably not just a rumor. I didn't see it
I don't
right in
know.
front of my own eyes, though, and I did not test it out. So I can't
Yeah,
confirm or deny, but I would lean on the side of it's probably a thing.
it might be. What about your traveling partner Devin, our podcast video editor? What was her experience? Where'd you guys go? What did you all do? I saw you were in the rodeo both days.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think that like I wouldn't say we're veterans to the game now, but we probably we've got some learnings to take away from Pendleton of how we would do it differently next time. We decided that we were going to go to Pendleton about a day and a half before we left. So it ended up being like an 11-hour drive down there. Got down there, immediately checked into the hotel room, put on some different clothes and went out. And yeah, we let her buck the whole time that we were down there. Got in a couple good naps so we could get back out there and mingle with the masses. But we went to the rodeo both days, hung out there, did some shopping, really banged up my credit card down there quite a bit. Um, we became big fans of the Pendleton frozen margaritas.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, we did partake in a few of those for sure. Yeah, and then we had some Pendleton veterans to show us around a little bit and show us what the deal was and show us where the letter buck room was and introduce us to the whole experience. So we did that. Yeah, hung out at Mac's bar a few nights
Yeah.
at their outdoor thing and caught up with some people. Never Ted though. Never caught up with Ted down there, but
I wasn't much for the night life, more the daytime life. I was, in bed by 10 p.m. Because
oh yeah, see
I'm
we
old.
had a nap about 6:30 to 8:30 each day.
Great times.
And then revived. So Brooke and Devin were not only the nightlife, but also the day life.
Good work.
We were 24-hour life out
I gotta
there.
say, James and Kier, I don't know about you guys, but getting into my 30s now, I definitely have to say that I much prefer day drinking to night drinking. Like I like the day drinking, go to bed early, wake up, feel pretty good again the next day, go back to work.
Oh, 100%. If you stay up till 2 in the morning, you can kiss your next day goodbye.
Right?
Well, that's the thing is I don't even know that we were really like drinking that hard, but it was the FOMO Like there were just so many people that we knew and so many people we didn't know. And it's just you don't want to miss out on anything. We came all the way here, so you gotta stay up all day and all night just to make sure you don't miss any of the fun.
Heck yeah, even if you get 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I by the last day I had to have about half of an energy drink and revive myself to make sure we could go back out. I'm starting to feel it now. I'm getting a little sick now, but
Oh no.
I can't do it the way that I used to. But we made it through this year.
I personally am the biggest bag of shit when I'm hungover. So I'm pitiful. Like hangovers last 4 days. I anxiety because I feel like nothing gets done. And yeah, hangovers are brutal after 30.
Yeah, I think honestly, like comparatively, like working Calgary for 10 days and then doing Pendleton for 4. I don't know that I feel exactly as bad as I do after Calgary's over, but I don't feel good.
I I'll say that I don't know how many Pendletons I drank yesterday in the Letterbuck room, but luckily I only drank them with water. So that was probably a key
Hydration.
move, probably a
Mhm.
veteran move.
Yeah.
But I think I went to bed at like 10 o'clock and I woke up with a like total night sweats, just extreme panic, heart beating really fast, sleeping horrendously bad. And then I was up for like an hour.
It's
And
the
then
FOMO.
yeah, yeah, I'm not at max. I'm not at max. But woke up at 5:30 in the morning, and then I drove all the way until I think like 12:30 when we crossed the border. When we crossed the border, I twitched out. I went down with the Calgary Stampede Princess's parents, Gasper and Carly, and we drove all the way back. They did not expect me to be up and at it and driving first thing in the morning. They were like, "Yeah, no chance this guy's driving." There was
Yeah.
like five of us in the truck on the way home. We got McDonald's on the way back. Slammed a quarter pounder and somebody's chicken nuggies that I didn't. They weren't even mine. I just remember I had some nugs. Uh, but I was like, I'll sleep in the truck. I'll be fine. I know how to rodeo. I can get myself home. I was like, I'll just sleep. I'll just sleep in the truck. Just start driving when in the morning. Don't worry. Like I'll be ready. But then I got up and I drove for like 6 hours, so that was probably a bit of a hangover cure. But
I will
yeah,
say Devin is a big shout out to Devin. Devin's a rock star. She drove, I offered. She drove all 11 hours down there and it took us about 12 to get back and she drove the entire time.
both ways.
Yep, she never tapped me in once. I
Ooh,
never fell asleep on her though. I stayed up with her the entire time.
oh my man, oh man,
But she was an absolute rock star. Yeah, she drove that little Chevy Impala through the mountains in the dark.
good work,
And
Devin.
yeah, got us home. She was a champ about it. So shout out to Dev.
Good work, Dev. James, Kiara, what's your worst day that you remember being hungover? And James, it can also be the day after you ran all day. That could be also kind of like a hangover.
Yeah, that was probably my worst day after was the 12-hour run because I was booked for a dentist appointment the next day
Oh no.
and I didn't really I've never ran for 12 hours in my life and I didn't expect to feel the way I felt in the morning. So my dentist appointment was at 8:30 and I woke up at 7:30 and I was seconds away from pissing my bed because my legs weren't working. And that was by far the worst. But like hangover wise, they all suck. Like
That's true.
I'm a puker, so I'll actually maybe Mexico 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I woke up, we went to Mexico, we flew in, we landed. Kira's dad was getting me on tequila and he's like, oh, do a shot, do a shot. And I wasn't gonna let him, he was trying to big man me and I wasn't gonna let the father-in-law do that. So
And James never drinks, so this
and I very rarely drink in the last 5 years. So I start getting on the tequila. Then we go to the bar on top of the hotel, and this sketchy guy says, hey, you want to go over in the corner and dabble in some Mexican marijuana? And I was like, yeah, sure. So then did that, and then went back to the tequila, went back to the room, and shut my eyes. And I had the spinnies were there, but they weren't fully in contact yet. So I was
Uh-oh.
like, oh, we're puking, James. Just be prepared. So shut my eyes for about a half hour and woke up, and then I was like, oh, spinnies are all in. So I went to the bathroom. I got sick. And while I was in there, I decided that, hey, I might as well go for a shower since I'm in the bathroom.
Yep.
Turned on the shower, had a shower. I got sick in the shower. And then while I was in there, I was like, man, if I just laid down in this sucker right now and had a little nap, it'd be unreal. So I grabbed all the towels from the bathroom, made a little bed and a pillow, passed out. I started puking again. I passed out in the shower. And then about 3 hours later, I heard an extremely mad person in the bathroom with me, and Kira had to kick in the door because she looked under the door and just saw my feet in the shower, and she thought I was dead in there.
Oh no.
But I wasn't. I was just having a little snooze. I told her I was marinating, and I was like a raisin, man. It was smoking hot in there.
I could like see the steam coming out from under the door, and he locked it. And so yeah, I looked under the door. There's a crack, and while I was looking under, I swear my bare eyeball touched the ground, like in this Mexican hotel. So I thought, oh my gosh, I'm about to catch some sort of disease. But yeah, then I see his feet there, so I have to go get like a phone charger or something I could shove in to unlock this door. Go in there. I'm like, James, what are you doing? And he's literally like, I'm marinating. I'm like, what the fuck are
Oh
you
my
doing?
God.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm a puker, man. I'll puke and then I'll turn on the shower and go for a snooze in the bathtub.
Oh boy. That sounds like one time we had to round up a greased pig kind of gator, Ryan Petrucci, in Hannah at the hockey tournament, and he jumped in the shower, got completely naked, got in the shower, and then he took the bar of soap and bit it. Just like bit half a bar of soap in half. It was pretty wild.
Disgusting.
Yeah. I got a crazy one I gotta tell you, Brooke. It sounds like they went through some bad service, but if you got one you want to share or not right now, you don't have to.
I honestly like I don't even mean to like be that girl, but I don't really get hungover to be honest. Like
What?
it's yeah, it's like the I get really tired and the tired is kind of what knocks me down a peg, but I know my limit and I stay within it.
Oh
And
wow.
I
How
yeah, I've just
reasonable.
yeah, I've just always been like that. So
Good work.
I'm really lucky that way. But yeah, I just get really, really tired. I think if I haven't had some sleep, then I am a grumpy girl.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I gotta wait till these guys get back on. This was a funny one.
Oh shoot.
Uh Pardon?
I said shoot. What do we talk about in the meantime?
Let me just pause it for a sec.
We're
Oh, they're back. Okay, we're back. We're back on. Live from the Brahma Boot Studio. We're back with James and Kiera from the road.
Yeah, went a little the hole there in Alberta, lost service.
Okay. Kiera, you got one for us? You got a hungover story?
Oh yeah, James will laugh at this one. I was in a friend
Can you hear them okay, or is it spotty?
Hmm.
Okay. They gotta be getting close.
Okay, yeah. There we go.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you can hear me now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm in a friend's wedding in Regina. She's one of my best friends from physio school. Went to the wedding, only knew them, so got absolutely torqued up. Of course, I'm in the wedding party. You stay up till midnight. Then we had to leave the venue right away. It's outside Regina, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm good to drive home." Probably driving the next day. Whatever, like you're totally out of it at that point. It's in November in the middle of winter. I see if it gets stuck, and I called.
This way.
I
We're
heard
just by
something about.
Frog Lake.
Oh, is it bad for a while?
No, well, we'll be good here now, I think, if you can hear me.
Yeah,
It
I
was
got you
just a
now.
little spot.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you thought you were good to drive home.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're not. Joe.
Oh, dang it. Dang phone service.
Dang phone service.
Went
We're
the
close.
way home. It's maybe around this corner. Just wait. We're just going around the last corner.
The last corner. We'll bear with you.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
getting so close. I really want to hear this story.
Like we're just wait.
Oh, be red again.
Should be back to normal here shortly.
Yeah, I bet you another 2 minutes. Maybe, well, maybe 1 minute.
Oh yeah, right now. Can you hear us now?
I think so.
Or is it still garbage?
No, I think we're okay.
Okay,
Let's try it again.
Okay. Yeah, it should be good now.
Okay, so you were in the wedding
Okay,
party.
so
And you're gonna
Kira's
drive home.
at this.
Yeah, like the next day, drive home from Regina, which is the worst drive to Lloydminster. It's like 6 hours of pure prairies, not much to see. Then James continues the story from where
Yeah, so she uses Google Maps to get home from this venue
Regina.
from Regina and doesn't take the same way that she drove there. Goes down a non-service road, gets stuck in a gully, and calls me, and she's like, "I'm stuck somewhere between Regina and Lloyd, and I don't know where I am." I'm like, "Well, I'm in Lloydminster. I have no idea what to tell you." She's like, "Well, I just don't know." And I'm like, "Well, call your friends." Like, I have no idea. Tears are coming down, just absolutely piled up. I'm like, "Well, you're gonna have to go back the way you came." "Well, you're no help." And then got mad, hung up on me, and she made it home. But it was a lesson learned. Don't use Google Maps.
Holy.
Yeah, that's very girl coded. We did that too. We completely ignored the sign to go to Pendleton because we were like, well, Google Maps is taking us somewhere else.
Uh-oh.
We made it though. We didn't end up in a gully. So
That's a good sign. But Kara, how'd you get out of this, you were stuck. How'd you get out of it though?
Oh, I like revved, bagged the shit out of my SUV, get up the hill and made it out. Gas station, slept in my back seat, covered up with this dog blanket I had for like an hour. In Saskatoon, I literally considered getting a hotel because I was so hungover. I had already thrown up on the way home once. It was horrendous. Horrendous. And then because all this mud in my tires from this service road, I just stopped in Saskatoon, spent like $40 to walk my vehicle. It was horrible. I finally got home at like 8 p.m. and shed a happy tear when I got into the house.
Oh goodness.
Never
And
again.
did you make up
Yeah.
with James like when you got home or not till later? Did it take a day or two? Because he was so unhelpful.
Oh yeah, yeah. And he like gave me the whole. I always tell people.
Time I was so hungover I forgot where I parked my vehicle in Vegas that I had to get security to take me to the camera room in the South Point.
oh
And
my God.
they found my vehicle. Oh, so this is like 7 in the morning. We had went out, partied all night in Vegas. I go to do chores to feed bulls. I walk out of the front of the South Point. I parked my truck in the same spot for 8 days. I go out there and the spot's empty. And I was like, holy shit, somebody stole my truck. So a security truck drives by. I wave him down. I'm like, hey, man. He's like, how can I help you? I'm like, I think somebody stole my truck. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, it was parked right here. He's like, well, come with me. I'll take you to the security room and we'll check the cameras. I'm like, perfect. So they pull up the camera that had that park, and they're like, are you sure you didn't park 8 days? He's like, well, we'll check all the cameras around the perimeter and all the parking, and we'll see if we can find your truck. They went to like the fifth camera, and my truck was parked where I parked it.
Incredible.
So, yeah.
Good.
So don't get. And I was a hungover. Like he probably was like this piece of shit Canadian, but whatever. You live and you learn.
The things they
people just-
probably see in the South Point is I don't even know.
Oh, I was devastated. I was like, how am I going to get home? How am I going to get the bulls home? But I just parked in a different spot.
Oh boy.
And all is well.
Some people just can't handle Vegas. apparently.
Some
Yeah.
people can't hang.
Okay, before we get to the interview today, I have one hangover story. Uh, I was in Mexico with my it was like I think it was my whole family. I was with my mom and my mom and her partner Don, my brother, his girlfriend Brooke. I think my girlfriend and I at the time were there together too. I'm pretty sure, but we were in Mazatlan, Mexico. Peter Jabrad lives there. Lived there in the wintertime for a long time. We end up meeting up with. It's our last night. We meet up with Peter. We go for like this little taco stand. I forget what it's called, but we like have a really awesome dinner. Tacos at the taco stand. Have like a margarita or two, whatever. And then we end up going to this we kind of I must have had 3 or 4 margaritas at dinner, enough to get feeling pretty good and had a good dinner. So I was like, yeah, let's party. It's the last night in Mexico. Let's have a good time. And so we go to this little bar on the north side of the beach in Mazatlan for anyone that's been there. It's not Surf's Up Cafe because that's a breakfast lunch thing place, I think. But it was this crazy bar, really Mexico, partially tourists. But we were sitting at this table, and the ocean was in the background, and we're drinking different stuff, whatever, having this and that. Then they start bringing out these jugs, these you know what you'd pickle eggs in, or pickle like pickles, and I don't know what people pickle, but a pickling jar. There was
A
pickling
jar.
jars, like a big jug. So, but clear, right? You can see through it, so you can see what's in it. So they start bringing these friggin' jugs over, and this is apparently tequila that they have, and they have a tequila that has a fucking. The guy spoke no English. Should have been a red flag. But there's one with a rattlesnake in it, like a full fucking rattlesnake in the jar. Obviously pickled rattlesnake. So I didn't try the rattlesnake, but there was tequila in there apparently. There was a rattlesnake, there was scorpions, there was all sorts of fucking animals in with the alcohol, like it was a sport that they were doing. Because you're supposed to some people are supposed you're supposed to have the worm at the end of the tequila sometimes, right? James, is that what happened to you that time in Mexico?
Yeah.
Did you eat the worm?
Oh yeah. No, I didn't eat the worm. I just drank all the tequila the worm was in.
Yeah, so it's probably tainted. He probably shit in there. That's probably what the problem was. The worm shit in the tequila.
Yeah.
That was the issue.
Yeah. Exactly.
Got E. coli out of that thing, or whatever they call it. Anyways, so for some fucking reason, I decided that I should have the tequila with the rattlesnake in it. Um, I woke up the next morning. We didn't fly out till noon or something. I felt not too bad in the morning, but then we get to the airport, and then my guts just flip themselves completely over. As soon as I get through security, go immediately to the bathroom, evacuating from all orifices of my body, just throwing up in the bathroom, having explosive diarrhea, just the worst time, having a really awful time in the bathroom. And I just was sitting on the toilet, just rocking my head, just I'm dying. This is it. I'm dead. I'm not going to survive this day. I have to fly. I had to fly. Actually, this was in November, so I flew from there to Phoenix and then to Vegas. So that was Storm and I actually. We were going to Vegas for the NFR because we had to go do something in Vegas at the time. I don't even know what was going on, but it was from Mexico to Phoenix to Vegas. So I had to buy a toothbrush because I felt like such a piece of shit. I had to buy a toothbrush, and then I didn't eat all day, but I was brushing my teeth in the bathroom because I threw up in the bathroom past security at the airport. And I'm like, I'm not fucking staying in Mexico. I'm getting the hell out of Mexico. So I'm getting on this plane no matter what. I don't care if I'm dying. Give me a Gatorade, give me something. Give me an IV. I'm flying. I'm getting to America tonight at least, right? And I'm not even getting home. There's throw up bits on my shirt. And I'm not even gonna get home until another week or two later, right? I gotta go to Vegas for 2 weeks after this. So, anyways, I make it through, didn't even die. I'm on the floor in the Phoenix airport, dying some more, and Storm's feeding me bits of chicken nuggets from McDonald's because I finally feel like I can eat again. But we made it to Vegas that night, and I did not drink again for at least 4 days.
At least 4 days. I would never drink again for the rest of my whole life.
That's a bounce back.
That is a bounce back. That's a comeback story.
Oh, I might have had a beer that night. I don't know. It was Vegas. I probably
That's
did.
absolutely brutal. I would be traumatized.
I was traumatized. I forgot about that one. Maybe I wouldn't have went so hard in the leather buck room if I remembered that story. But
That's crazy.
Yeah, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, right?
Yeah, or
That's true.
yeah, I guess that's what they say.
Like if I was gonna die, it would have been that day for sure. That was real bad.
If you have more than one life to spare, you used one for sure that day.
I think so. Anyways, made it.
Made it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, does anyone else have anything else to share before we move on to the interview part of the show this week?
How do you follow that up?
I don't
No.
know. All I have to say about Pendleton is it totally lived up to everything everyone's ever told me about it. It's the most unique,
Mhm.
authentic cowboy, cowgirl rodeo anywhere. And they like as a production guy and like seeing the different shows, like I'm sure there's stuff they could do if they wanted to do it differently. But like I cried a couple times just sitting there, just like in the grass, just like my dad would have thought this was the coolest shit ever. Like I'm gonna sit in the grass in Pendleton, and had those Chinook helicopters fly over on Thursday when we were in the like for the opening. Like
Yeah.
it was so friggin' cool. And then they'd
It
rip
it was
around. Yeah,
so cool. It was the coolest. I get a pretty cool seat to another pretty
yeah.
cool rodeo here as well. And it definitely I'd love to go back. I had a great time. I had the most fun ever. And we let her buck for sure. So
And pretty cool that the Stampede has horses there too, right? Like you guys, as
yeah.
CS, get to have the stock there. Like Bree, I don't know when the last time the Stampede royalty's been down there, but like they had an unreal time. The parade was super cool. The largest non-motorized parade in America, I think. Like there was only wagons and horses and mules in that parade and people walking. Like that was it.
Yeah, it
And only
was
like
pretty
one band.
cool. And
Yeah,
Tyler picking up and everything too. I mean, obviously that makes my little Calgary Stampede heart
it was
so
cool.
happy to see it all come together and see how we get to represent at other rodeos, not just ours. But yeah, it was really, really cool and I would love to go back. So, and it's a good time of the season for me to leave too. So
That's true. So, James, Kira, if you guys are looking for like a wedding venue next year, I met some of the local people.
the Letter
If
Buck
you,
Room, we'll
yeah,
rent it out to you for sure.
yeah, we'll make that happen if you want. Get married on the grass. I'll be the official.
Married during the bull ride.
That would be like for two people that are in the buck and bull business. That would be pretty epic to like get hitched on it. Like, we could probably get Matt to hook that up, or at least like ask
While
the
people are
question,
playing Twister.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
right? Or like go, Matt,
Yeah,
like we were golfing there the one day too. So like people can get married. I'm like, why wouldn't you? I think that'd be a good idea, or at least get engaged. I guess you guys gotta do that first, right?
I feel like anything goes there,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
no
We'll
rules.
work on it. We'll work on it. But got a fun show this week. Morgan Klaiber's coming up next. But hey, thank you all for joining this. It's been a lot. It's been a pretty fun summer wrap up show. So thanks for doing this. Thanks, Brooke.
Yeah.
Thanks, James. Thanks, Carrie. You guys, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank
having
you,
us.
Ted. 202.
202. Once again from the Brown Boot Studio. I'm Ted Stovin. She's Brooke Martini. James Foley. Kiera Stashuk. We got a lot of fun with this top of the show. We'll see you all. See you all in a couple weeks.
On the dash is my dirty old hat and a broken window view. Spread thin and I hardly got the wind to pay my fees and fuel. This rig runs on high hopes and cheering from them good folks. I hope the judge ain't blind, 'cause I've got a thing for wilder horses and laying it on the line. I'm hooked on adrenaline, I'm climbing on again to ride for the cowboys that fell. My grip on reality's right where it needs to be to give them that nod and give them some hell. The crowd goes insane when they call out my name. I'll run the victory lap tonight. Talent is raw with the luck of the draw, and I'm holding on with my life, riding wilder horses. Top 10 to make it back again. I need a fast horse to get me the spot. He's trouble, but Cody don't stumble, and he always gives me the shot.
from the we got the studio audience, and we've got some applause coming from over there. But wow, that was outstanding. It's like a personal concert, Devin, for just two of us. But live from the Brahma Boot studio here in Calgary, Alberta, I'm Ted Stoven, and our guest today, very special guest. Thanks for coming all the way over here. She was raised in the I never heard of this, but it's the Cottonwood Desert of southern Alberta, just outside of Medicine Hat. She gets her mail in Medicine Hat, Alberta. She's got a lot of fun shows coming up this summer. Won the Album of the Year at the Country Music Alberta Awards back in March. She's too country for country radio.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. Morgan Klaiber, welcome to the program.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for doing this. I'll just spin that guitar off the mix. But dang, that was fun. I don't think we've ever had such a great start to the show before, Morgan. That was pretty kick-ass.
Well, that's cool. I'm flattered.
Yeah. And so, cool story here. I got to just throw this out, just sprinkle this in, that you actually listen to the show. There's a lot of people that are on the show that have no idea what the show is.
Really?
You actually listen to the show.
Totally. 100% I do.
And, okay, I got to say, too, I don't know where we traded phone numbers last year, but you texted me and you're like, hey, we got to do a show sometime. And I was like, I kind of put it off for a long time, and I'm sorry that I delayed it. But we never got it done. But I wanted to make sure we had this whole setup and make sure we could do it right and hook the guitar in and like really do a really good show.
Totally.
So
It was worth the wait.
yeah, thanks for bearing with us until we get this done.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think? You got a song down in the studio so far. Where's your head at right now?
Where's my head at right now? I
Yeah.
really like your hat.
You like the hat?
Yes, I've been
You
very
like this?
focused on that hat. I hope I get to find one of them for myself.
I think I might have one in my truck. I got to go look.
Sweet.
I'll see if I can line one up for you. But yeah, what are you thinking? You've listened to the show for so long, and now you're on the show. What's that like?
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've listened to you. You guys have a lot of conversations with a lot of people. Got to learn about a lot of interesting people because of it.
Okay.
Some are my friends that come on the show. All the more reason to
like
listen.
who so far? Tell us about some of these.
A lot of
people.
the musicians that you've interviewed. I've got to know in like the Alberta country music scene and stuff. So that's been pretty cool just to learn more about them. As I've stepped into the professional industry and got to know more and more people, and everyone's got a really unique backstory, and this is such a cool platform to get to share that and hear about other people's journeys. Couple highlight ones. I mean, it was pretty cool. My cousin-in-law is Robert Schmidt, so of course I had to listen to that episode. And
that was a fun show to do with Robert and Matt at Agribition. That was back in the wintertime, like last November.
Yeah, a hot minute ago already. And JB Zelke,
yeah.
Zelke, okay, yeah. I'm going to go buy his book for sure. And I learned about it because of this podcast.
I'll give you mine if you bring it back. He signed it for me, so you can't keep it.
Okay, sweet.
Although you can buy his book too. But
I know, I should just buy the book.
But if you want, I'll lend you my copy if you want. You just got to bring it back.
Sweet.
You can bring it back to Ponoka because it'll take you like 3 hours to read.
Okay, beauty.
It's not very long.
Sweet, I'll definitely do that. I'll buy his book anyways, but sure, I'll take your copy in the meantime. I'm always down for a good read.
What? So, okay, I'm honored that you actually listen to the show. So I really want to spend a little bit more time on this because this is pretty cool that you actually listen to it. But cool about Robert, Jake, JB. Who else? Like you mentioned Coulter Wall. We were talking before too.
Yeah, I'd love to say I know the guy, but I don't.
Yeah, he's probably like across the
You're
across
not too
one
far
of the
away
little,
though. Yeah,
not far away.
Yeah, for sure. No, I've never met the guy, but we know lots of people in common just through kind of the far boonies out in the middle of nowhere ranching world that we're both connected to, and you get like such a really cool wide variety of people on the podcast. There's a couple of people coming up that you mentioned earlier that I'm really looking forward to listening to as well. So lots of good stuff. I'm honored to be on it. Like when I look at the list of people that's on here, it's pretty cool that my name's going to be in there too.
I'm excited to have you on the list more. I'm glad that you made this work today too, and glad you hope you like the soup. Hopefully everybody's So, Morgan, where do we start with this episode? I'm wondering, like, I gotta go back. Like, no, we'll talk about that another time. We could, but like, I'm really curious about what some of your favorite shows are. Like, you talked about JB Zelke, and you talked about like listen to Coulter, and you've been around some of the same folks. But like, I gotta ask.
Yeah. Also, Kenny Fiddler. That was
Yeah,
cool.
Kenny Fiddler.
I'm actually playing on one of the same festivals as him this summer out in Saskatchewan. So I'm really hoping to cross paths with the guy out there.
I'm sure you will. We'll try and put in a good word for you. Try and get you two connected.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Welcome
I
back.
literally have to, because I can't remember everyone's names. Like, I remember all the things about them. I actually have to literally look this up because.
Really?
Well, not everyone you know. Like, the
about
musician
Gator?
ones are all cool. I've listened to more.
Do you like
more
the one
than
where my
recent-
buddy got kidnapped in Istanbul, Turkey?
No,
Really?
I have not heard that one.
Oh,
I haven't
gosh.
heard all of them.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I
I've
really
heard
had
a
to
lot
ask.
of them though.
Nobody, not a lot of people actually listen. So this is a special day. So I appreciate this.
Oh no, I enjoy it. I get lots out of it. Like I said, like there's people I know, there's new people you get introduced to. There's still a bunch that I have to go back through and listen to.
And your cousin-in-law with Robert, that was really cool. That's really cool to hear.
This is going back quite a bit in time. Dusty Golden.
Oh,
a friend
yeah.
of mine too. So.
And you guys competed against each other at the Ranchman's Rising Star thing, probably.
Yeah, and that was such a neat experience that on the day, just to get past the application round, I was super pumped. Got to go audition, show up, and there's 40 people there. Everyone's got a guitar and you're to play a song, and I don't know a soul. I go up, they pretty much drew names out of a hat, and I went up. I was the third person up to play, and then Dusty was right behind me. He was the fourth person to play. And, it's kind of funny how, farm kids and, country kids, I mean, obviously we're dressed like it, so that is an obvious giveaway, but
You can
tend
tell
to,
by the hat, too, right?
Yeah. And you just tend to,
With all
sniff
due
each other
respect.
out in a crowd. You tend to find each other. And so he gets done performing, and, I mean, all these people that have performed so far, I'm like, holy smokes, this might have been a waste of time for me to come here. There's no way I'm getting past this round. But Dusty
And
went
you said
up.
40 people or 20 people?
That day there was 40 people.
Holy smokes. This is
Yeah.
prelims, essentially.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly, yeah. And
It's like the American Idol, day one, where they're
it is exactly
you're
that.
getting a yellow ticket to go to the Ranchmans.
Yeah, exactly. And you walk up there and you play a whole song in front of a panel of judges.
Oh, really? How many judges?
There was 3 or maybe there was 4. 3 or 4. I can't quite remember. I kind of visually blacked out a little bit. It was just play your song, do your job. And it went really well. And yeah, then Dusty goes up right after me, and it went really well. And then he comes walking by my table, and he comes and introduces himself. And he's like, I just want to say, your cover of Bobby McGee was fantastic. And I was like, man, what a nice young guy to come
Thanks,
up to me
cowboy.
and say that. Exactly. Exactly. I thought that was so sweet. And we've literally been friends ever since.
Oh, that's cool.
And then we ended up, going to the finals together and made it all the way through. And he was the runner-up, and I was the winner. So that's pretty special. Just a couple cowboy hats actually brought home the wins in a country music contest, which is nice to see. And yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. So yeah, there's another guy on the podcast. I've obviously listened to that one. The Ben Chase, Julia Voss one I've listened to, Devin Cooper. These are all, I haven't actually met Ben Chase yet, but I met Julia, I met Devin, and all through the country music Alberta scene and stuff. I'm hidden out in my own little world in the far southeast corner of Alberta. A lot of these folks are kind of centered around Calgary or central Alberta, so they all go way back and have tons of history and have been involved in their music careers together for a long time and play a lot of the similar places. I've been kind of off in my own little worlds, doing my own thing, and just starting to get to know a lot of these people. So it's really cool to listen to them in podcasts and interviews.
Well, and now they get to say that they heard your show.
Hopefully.
Right? Yeah. I think so.
Maybe.
This is Hard Grass Country is 2024 album came out October 10th.
October 19th, yeah.
October 19th.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was off by a couple days. But talk about some of the songs. Let's talk about some of the songs on there. There's a couple. Is it Letter to Abby that you were mentioning before? That was it's a tough one to play. It's about your good friend that you graduated college with that passed away shortly after you guys graduated.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But
it's emotional, and the crowd has been resonating to it, playing it live.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, it doesn't make every set list depending on the venue we're playing at, for sure. But
it's not a Saturday night.
No, it doesn't get played at the rodeo
dance.
dance.
Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah.
No.
For that crowd. But
Yeah.
but for the theaters you were just in because so another piece we'll go further along here in a minute, but I saw Brett Kissel the other day, and I
Yeah.
think it was the same week that he got on the bull. But I was at some random event, and we were trying to goad him into getting
Yeah.
on a bull a couple times on the show. Then he actually does it. And
Yeah.
When he said it, I was like, this guy's actually serious. Like he probably we talked about like actually getting him to do it. And something happened, and Keenan Vine, friend of the show, gets probably with Keenan Turnivoy, I would imagine. Those guys are connected. They get it set up at Ty Prescott's place, and then boom, he's actually getting on a bull.
Yep.
And doing the whole thing with the music video, like so awesome. Donnie Johansson also was there. He was a Brahma Boot, sold Brahma Boots for 30 years before
Right.
I took over from Donnie. So Donnie taught me how to ride, and Brett now
Yeah.
too. But I had to text Brett, and I was like, hey, just so you know, like I actually rode too. Like I'm actually legit. I actually stayed on a couple times. But I saw him the other day, and he's like,
Yeah.
Ted, you got to get Morgan on the show. And I was like, yeah, we've talked about it for a long time. We haven't got it done yet. But then I think I texted you that day, like as soon as we left the event, I was like, Morgan, because it was like a Sunday morning randomly, like 7 a.m. I think I forgot to schedule it, but I was like, Morgan, I saw Brett. He said we got to get this done. So, but he said, sorry, I'm rambling on right now, but he said that you were getting standing ovations the entire tour that you were with him on recently, and the crowd was really resonating with your stuff. And this was like, from what I've seen, this was a pretty major thing to be part of, to go on tour with Brett. That was a big step
totally.
for you, right?
Totally.
And a big like leg up, like, hey, he's helping you out a bunch too.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of my first official tour I've ever gone on or been a part of. I've never left Western Canada really. Even I've gone into the States a little bit, but like been kind of, like I said, off of my own world. So to go to like that level of performance and tour and just the lifestyle production side that goes with it, like it was very eye opening, and man, it was the greatest study as a musician, not only to watch Brett as an entertainer, like I've watched him before, and I've known him for just shy of a year now and stuff, and we've become quite connected, and working on music projects together, like I'm featured on his album even stuff, but I got to watch him side stage for 7 shows there, be like a Garth Brooks level entertainer at an acoustic show. Like his acoustic shows were more rowdy and entertaining than most people's full band shows. So it was a really great study just to see how he worked a crowd and goes out there and tells his story with just him and a guitar. And he did have 2 of his really dear friends come on as backup players as part of the show. So Ty on fiddle and Brennan Waters on keys. And I'd known Brennan because he worked on my album in studio, and that's where I got to know him. And Tyler Vollrath actually used to play with my dad way back in the day, and was actually the one who initially told Brett about me in the first place last summer, because we were playing on the same festival. And Tyler's like, oh, I recognize that name. I think that's Reese Kleiber's daughter. And Brett's like, oh yeah, I remember
Really?
Reese.
Is
He's
this
on the
Country
Ram.
Thunder last August?
No, this was a little hometown festival called Quonset Days out by 7 persons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so, Brett was like, I recognize that name. I remember Reese Kleiber. His song's The Ram Rodeo Report. He used to get played on CFCW all
No
the
shit.
time.
Is it still that opening piece?
It is.
Is that your dad?
That is my dad, yeah.
No way.
Yeah, true story. That's my dad, and that's his
You got
song. So.
You got a cowboy up?
Yep,
Uh,
on CFCW.
no way. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's my old man, so.
No shit. That thing's like 40 years old, probably. Like, no, I'm not trying to say he's old, but like, that thing's been around for a long time.
That song came out in 98, so.
Okay, so it's not that. It's
Not
27.
not quite even 30, but yeah.
27. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
so.
Ted, your years are all messed up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was cool though, and and that's where I got to meet him, and we just like talked the day away, just backstage before the show even started. And obviously, him and I have a lot in common in that we're both, ranch kids from Alberta, and have a lot of interest in common. He's an avid hunter, as am I, and my family members. So, he came out to our ranch this past fall, came hunting with us, and we had an absolute blast. We did get a deer. However, we probably spent more time trading songs and drinking and telling stories and laughing and just having the greatest time with the family and him. And the first night he was out was actually the day that we got this deer, and so we were celebrating. and I couldn't even tell you how late we stayed up. I was plenty full, you could say, and like, you know, I wasn't sitting up straight in my chair anymore. I needed the back for support by this point in the evening. But we were just singing song after song. Like, we probably sang like 400 songs over the course of 3 nights, and ultimately that's what really, like, where he got to see what I was capable of. You know, he'd seen me play at Quonset Days. He brought me up on stage with him and stuff, and we sang together. But I think he really got to see what I was as a songwriter and a vocalist, and that this, you know, wasn't my first rodeo, to quote Foxworthy. And that's where he was like, yeah, like you should come out to Ontario on tour with me. And so, yeah, he brought me out there, and we did 7 dates, and every theater we went to was standing ovation after standing ovation. I just couldn't believe that. Like, I'm not saying that.
He said that was unusual too.
Yeah,
Like, he said that to me.
Special.
He's like, she's legit.
Yeah.
He told me that. And I haven't seen you play live yet, Morgan. Like, I haven't been anywhere that I've been able to catch you at a show. You had a show, I think it might have been the same day we had our PBR show in Medicine Hat, in like October.
Yeah, it was the same day.
It was the same night
Yeah.
at the Esplanade Theater.
Esplanade Theater, yeah.
And you sold that out.
I sold that out,
Hometown
yeah.
show, but the same night as a PBR. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, shit, I was hoping I could check that out, but.
Well, you should have came to Ralph's after, because that's where my after party
Oh.
was, and I'd
See, but-
rented the upstairs, and we.
Oh. See, but I didn't know you yet, though.
Yeah.
And I went home after.
Ah,
Because there was
lame.
5 of us in the truck. It was like Alicia, Brinson, Covey, and myself. So there was 4 or 5 of us in my truck.
Everyone who goes home early.
Pardon?
Everyone who goes home early.
Yeah.
None
All
of you
left in
stay
the
out
same
to party.
But Devin, we're adults now. I'm 35 now. I'm old. I like to be in my own bed. I like to sleep in my own bed when I can. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
Fair
I'm sorry.
enough, yeah.
I appreciate the offer of Ralph's.
Yeah.
I have been to Ralph's. Great place. Thanks, Medicine Hat. One of the first
Yeah.
bars I went into when I was 18.
Nice.
Good
Fun.
times.
Good fun.
Right?
Good memes in that bar.
When you're drinking with Brett
Yeah.
Kissel late at night, what are you all drinking? I'm
Oh,
assuming it's
nothing but
straight
whiskey.
A straight whiskey, yeah.
He showed up, he showed up with an actual, like, box of Pendleton whiskey.
A box of Pendleton?
Box.
Who shows up to a
And
house
we-
with a box of whiskey?
Brett Kissel does.
Wow.
And we drank almost all of it. I think we had one
Oh,
bottle
shit.
left after that 3-day
What kind
adventure.
of whiskey? Are you allowed to say?
Pendleton.
Okay.
Only the best. I love Pendleton, but, like, my heart will always belong to Gibson. So.
Okay. See, and honestly, I do like a Gibson
Yeah.
once in a while. I'm a fan. Like, cause I drink my coffee black in the morning, because I'm a cowboy now. It's only been a
Same.
couple
I'm a
years.
CC girl.
You're what?
Yeah.
What's that? CC.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Canadian
Yeah.
Club. Is it because of the sticker?
I think my
But
dad
you-
drank it.
Did you have the stickers everywhere, like
Yeah.
with the
Oh,
Canadian
yeah.
flag on
In
them back
college,
the
it
day?
was Alberta Premium stickers and
Yeah.
Canadian Club stickers.
Well, the Canadian Club ones
everything.
come off the bottle. That was
Yeah.
part of the thing. But
Totally. Anyways,
Yeah.
hopefully Pendleton wants to sponsor your podcast now.
hey, if they
That'd
want
be
to,
great.
they probably not gonna. I'm not gonna be
Yeah, let's
offended.
We'll do a taste test on the show or something.
A blind
Yeah.
taste test.
Blind taste
Try
test.
me.
I do like whiskey.
Yeah.
I
Please,
like
please
whiskey
call
too.
me back for that day. That'd be great.
Yeah, we'll do a full. We'll bring Brett.
Oh, yeah.
We'll bring Norm. See if he
Yeah.
can taste his own whiskey. Anyway, sorry, side bet. But I mean, like, drinking whiskey is cowboy shit too,
It definitely
right? Like, let's be
is.
honest.
Yeah, it definitely is. We had to really toughen up the next morning, that's for sure. My poor brother, he didn't even make it out for the morning hunt.
Oh, really?
It was also his birthday that day, so yeah, we
Okay.
went pretty hard that night. So it was a pretty tough day the next day, but all worth it. Like
Having fun.
such great memories, and yeah, I was kind of joke like I say it jokingly because it's mostly true, but it's kind of funny. Like that's what landed me that tour to get to go out there with them. And yeah, and then we co-wrote a song together right after that. That's very near and dear to my heart. That was a part of his album that came out in February. And I got to sing backup vocals. He actually, another song on the record, my dad wrote that I've also cut on my album. And he loved that so much. He's like, I would love to cut my own version of it
Which
too.
one?
It's called Nowhere to Ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, it rocked. It's a pretty cool song.
That's awesome.
I got to give credits to my dad. He's a pretty good writer. So
That's wicked.
yeah.
Well, and so he wrote the Ram Rodeo thing too.
Yeah, he wrote Cowboy Up.
Did he sing
yeah.
it too?
Yeah, that's him.
That's him. That's
yeah.
your dad.
Yeah, he put out a whole record in
I've heard so
'98.
much.
So
Really?
yeah.
What else is on there that I might know? Anything?
Well, he had some cross Canada radio play back in them days.
Really?
Yeah, Cowboy Up was a huge song. Alberta's Cowboys was a huge song.
wow.
She's Sitting Pretty did really well. It's a really very like awesome 90s country shuffle tune. Wild Rose was a great song that had some radio plays. So those are some of his more known songs. He's on Spotify. That was
check him out. I had no
Christmas
idea.
present to him last year. Like, this guy's old school. You know, this was one of the last records recorded in analog down in Nashville. And so we finally got it so we could upload it to like DSPs like Spotify and Apple Music. So it came out on
That's
DSPs in Christmas of last year.
That's
So you can check it out. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So, and you said, did you say Reed?
Reese.
Reese. Okay, Reese.
Yeah.
I thought
Reese Klaiber, yeah.
Reese Klaiber. R-E-E-S-E?
You got her.
Reese
Yeah.
Klaiber. K-L-A-I-B-E-R.
You got it.
For those wondering, check it out.
Yeah. The spelling is important there.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Okay, so, man, there's so many things we can get to here. So I've got to ask about some highlights from that trip now, as far as opening for Brett and then the 7 cities. So talk about some of the places you went and some of the stories from the road. If you're allowed to say that, we don't want to get anybody in trouble here. But I really like Brett. Like, Brett's been on the show a couple times, and when I see him, he knows who I am now. Like, I have a lot of respect for remembering, like he seems very down to earth, and
Totally.
We've shared a lot of stories him and I on the show now, and see him different places. But I got a lot of respect for Brett.
Yeah, same. I do too. I consider him a dear friend now, and just such a down to earth, straight shooter guy. There's not many people in this world at all, actually, that'll put their money where their mouth is.
Especially the music business too, right?
In the music business,
not
for
trying
sure.
to call anybody out, but like,
no, it's
there's a lot of people trying to get a cut of a lot of different stuff.
Totally,
in that
and that's
world.
just it. And like, to the point that is like, yeah, I'll get on a bull.
And actually does it.
And actually does it. Like, yeah, just to speak more to that and to her.
Yeah.
I didn't actually open for him. I was part of the show. So
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, and that's that's normally
wasn't
what
there.
people would do when they go with with a major artist. But no, I came out kind of towards the end of the show and came out and did a couple of songs. And my producer / manager, Denis, he came out to Ontario with me. So it was pretty cool. There was 3 people on stage. So Brett, his fiddle player and his keys player were his show. And then me and Denis, who's also a fiddle player, stepped out. So there's twin fiddles. And these are, not a word of lie, 2 of the best fiddle players in Canada sharing the stage. So I'm not totally sure if everyone in Ontario even realized what they witnessed just with that portion of the show alone. But yeah, like I really mean it when I say it, like, it couldn't have gone better. It was very, what's the word? Like, well, it was gratifying, but it was also very like validating to go out and have that type of reaction from a crowd. And it's not to say I don't always have that effect here, because I do. I mean, I pride myself on what I do. I think I put on a great show. That's my totally biased opinion about it. But you have to believe in what you're doing. You have to like what you're doing. You have to feel like it's valuable and awesome and bring something great to the table for other people. And I have that belief, but I never in my wildest dreams imagined I'd get like that level of a reaction. And yeah, Ontario country music fans are hardcore. Like, they really are. I think we're a little like diluted and saturated out here in the West to country music. So in Ontario, if you've chose to be a country music fan, you're obsessed. And yeah, like I said, it was an acoustic tour, and it was nuts. It was absolutely wild. The first night, we had to tell people to like sit down and simmer down. There was like a fight out in the lobby. Like, this is the rowdiest acoustic show you've ever been to in your life. So it was so fun. Such a good time.
They do make a lot of Canadian whiskey in Ontario, so I mean,
And they drink a lot of it too.
straight to the source. But oh man, there's a lot of ways we can go on that. I gotta throw this in, that a lot of our best bull riding crowds that we have on our Cup Series are in Ontario. We had a couple of great shows last year in Kingston.
Yes.
A couple great shows in London. Great huge crowd in Ottawa. We're going back to London and Ottawa in June this year as well. I guess depending on when this airs, we may have already been there. But anyways, I do agree. Like, there's a lot of great rural people in Ontario that we like, kind of, as our biased Western Canadian thinks. Some of us think that it's only cities over that way. Like, we don't realize, like, oh, damn, Ontario voted Liberal again, those fuckers. But there's actually some good people there too.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
it's true. There is.
Might have to
There
cut that out
totally
too.
is.
I don't know. I'm just kidding. We love you guys.
Yeah, no, it's so true. So it was very well received. It was a good time. You know, we started in Chatham, Ontario, which is farther south. Went all the way past Toronto and a few places around there, up to Kingston, over to North Bay, and back down, and ended in Oakville. And I flew out of Toronto, and I got to spend some time in Toronto. And as somebody who, like, calls Medicine Hat their home, which is like the quaintest, politest, uneventful city ever, and lives out in the country. I never thought I'd say I liked Toronto, but I had an absolute blast in downtown Toronto. I would definitely visit again. It was pretty cool.
It's neat down there. Like
It
the
is.
Hockey Hall of Fame and like the Bankers Street there where all the like RBC, you know, and TD, like all those different things, and the ballpark, and there's some cool shit over there.
Oh,
Like,
totally.
I agree. And right by the water and the CN Tower, and I think it's pretty neat to see all that.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Then there's also like the shows, like there's the different, I don't know what they're even called, but my mama used to go to some of those shows like the Mamma Mia and the
we
Lion
walked
King.
by a few, yeah.
Right, they're all kind of down there.
Yeah.
But I got to go back to the start of the show. You sang, I didn't really touch on that very much, but Wilder Horses was a song. I love a lot of the lyrics. You had one that was like part of the Amarillo by Morning, hoping the judges aren't blind. There's
Remember that?
There's just a little touch of
Yeah.
the Amarillo by Morning in there. But
Yeah.
talk about that song a little bit, because it's you said it's kind of mixed with some rock and roll and the country music side of things. Like it's and probably, I don't know the stats on this, but it's one of your more commercial successes. Was used on one of the intros for the Calgary Stampede on the final Sunday too. I
Yes,
think
yeah.
last year. We can talk about that a little bit, but talk about that song a bit. That's that was really cool. Thanks for playing it for us here too.
Yeah, of course. It's one of my favorite songs I've ever written. It came easy, and not that that's a reason to love a song, but that it was kind of something that just poured out of me at 2 a.m. on a very cold January night, as I was like just longing for summer and rodeo season and all my favorite parts of the year. And you know, I have some family history in amateur rodeo, and it's obviously a big part of our culture as ranchers, and that's where the sport began, ultimately. And, you know, I spent my lifetime on the back of a horse. You know, we live in pretty rough country, so when it comes to working cows, that's how we get around. And all that stuff of the Western world and rodeo, and even just themes of struggle, entrepreneurial endeavors, you know, going through the hard times and just like scraping by because you're doing something out of passion that you love so much. Those are themes in my life in varying degrees, and obviously overlap a lot with the story of many rodeo athletes who are in the same boat, just doing different things. So a very special song to my heart for sure. And, you know, I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie myself. I always said in my next life, I'm going to be a saddle bronc rider. So,
Devin
you know,
was a saddle bronc rider this week too, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Failed
Yeah.
saddle bronc
Failed saddle
rider.
bronc
Accidental saddle bronc rider.
Knocked off at 4 seconds.
Heard
Yeah.
that once. So Wilder Horses, how did the Calgary Stampede thing happen?
That was just like a fluke connection. And actually, because of it, though, I have a really awesome music video coming out that was filmed at Billy
yeah.
Richards' ranch.
Billy.
Yeah,
How do you
it
know
was
Billy?
a really cool day. I didn't until this happened,
No
actually. But we've got a lot of friends in common anyways, and super lovely family. We spent the day out at their place, and absolutely stunningly beautiful.
The Devil's Head Ranch.
Yeah, Devil's Head Ranch is where my music video was filmed.
Oh, I like it.
So,
and was there a bunch of the Richards bucking horses, like Billy's horse in
Oh
the
yeah,
background?
they're all heavily involved in the
No
music
way.
video.
When's that coming out? When are we going to see it?
Unofficial date yet, but hopefully kind of end of June yet, just in time for rodeo season. So
Oh, right on.
yeah, but the Calgary Stampede isn't like superficial directly involved. Their media team that's contracted to do all of their TV broadcasting and media stuff. That's where I got connected to, and I happened to just meet this fella at a concert back home and got talking. He's actually grew up not too terribly far away from where I grew up, and so that's how this all got started. And he's part of that media and production team. So I showed him this song. I was like, man, I think this would just be perfect. Like, it was directly written about rodeo, like not the Stampede per se, but obviously I thought a lot about that and many other influences when I wrote the song, and even nodded to the Stampede in the last line of the chorus where it says there's 50,001 tonight. And so, yeah, they love the song. We're like, we'd love to use it. And I was I'm not a big artist and I'm not going to charge money for that. I'm just happy for the exposure and that the song is being celebrated by the culture of people it talks about and involved in that. That's really special. But I got to film a kind of homemade music video project with that same team out at Billy Richards' place, and it's pretty neat. I'd bring my own horses, which are, heartgrass prairie sagebrush horses, not bush horses. So they got their eyes open to what it's like to run wide open through the bush and round up these bucking horses way back in the boonies. Like, it was one of the coolest things I've ever done. I was scared for my life a little bit, but it was really cool. We didn't get a ton of action shots of it because it was, miles out into bush country, and, they only got us when we got into some clearings and some openings closer to the yard. But yeah, there's some great footage of the horses there. We kind of spent the whole day with them, and it was just cool to be involved in that process and learn more about what their life is like and what they do, and the traveling that's involved with it, and just lovely people. They treated us so good.
Billy and I used to be on the same hockey team in the winter.
Nice.
The Madden Muskrats. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we played a lot of hockey together. So
cool.
Yeah, and now see Billy. I really only see him a little bit at Calgary, maybe one or two other rodeos. I'm trying to think of where else, but and then Cochrane, the Cochrane Lions Rodeo in Labor Day weekend in Cochrane, right downtown. So Billy and his crew as the contractors there. His dad Doug's been part of it forever. His brother Jimmy has a lot of has had. I'm not super. I don't remember a ton now on what Jimmy's got on the go now, but he's had a tough time with. I think it's MS that he had such a rough time with. I forget now for sure. But had some really great bucking horses, and Billy's got a ton of great ones.
Yeah.
And I really like one thing Billy did. He's got this thing called the Man of Vision, where he does a bronc riding kind of show and throws some music in, and I could see something of yours fitting in there at some point. They're like, hey Billy, when you're doing your Man of Vision, you got to throw something in here with me there too.
Definitely, that'd be awesome.
But Billy built the whole thing with the music. Like there was like the Bon Jovi shot down in a blaze of glory.
Oh, cool.
And then Matt Richardson. No, not Matt Richardson. Sorry, Matt Robertson. Matt Robertson. Sorry, my bad. Richardson's a bulldogger. Wrong guy. But he's got there's Chris Ledoux, Caballo Diablo. That's one that Billy had in there that I remember. But there's what's the Matt Robertson song that would be in there? Making History. Would that be the one?
I don't know.
You don't know Matt?
No.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
I'm familiar, but no, I don't know what song
Sorry.
it is. No.
Anyways, I'll have to throw that into Billy. Give him a shout.
Yeah, definitely.
But that I like the rock and roll. So talk about the rock and roll part of Wilder Horses, though. You said you were a big rock and roll fan.
Lyric wise, it's obviously a tribute to rodeo and the
what
adrenaline
about
junkies
George
and
Straightline?
stuff. Yeah, and there's a few nods to a few different things in that song.
Okay.
Most are more internal for me. But yeah, Hope the Judge Ain't Blind. Amarillo by Morning is one of my all-time favorite songs ever. George Strait's
one of the greatest rodeo
hero.
songs of all time.
It is. It totally is. So there was a nod in there. The line for the Cowboys That Fell. My dad actually wrote a song titled that. It's a really unique story of why a rodeo clown has a tear painted on their face. It's pretty. You would know about that.
I don't right now. What is that, Devin? Do you know this one? It's not like the tears in jail is like that you killed somebody, but that's not the bullfighter thing.
No, they have it.
I thought they were all killers.
No, they.
Bullfighters, felons.
All right. Okay.
No, I'm not making any pictures. I don't know what the tear thing is. I don't know what this is.
Okay.
I do not know this.
Well, they have a tier, and this actually, Keaton and Jory Vine will understand this.
They'll know.
So, yeah, they have a tear painted on their face for the Cowboys that fell. That didn't make it out of the arena,
obviously.
right? And so my dad wrote this really awesome song about it, and I've included actually in a few different songs, a few different little pieces of home and lyrics and stuff and lines that are special to me in my songs. So in verse 2, there's even a nod to my dad's old horse, Cody, that I spent a lot of time with as well, shared 15 years of my life with. And like when you think Man from Snowy River, like that was this horse. We flew up and down hills and coulees and bush all the time, pulling bulls out of the brush and whatever. Dad rodeoed and team roped off of him. He's the fastest horse I've ever got on in my life. He's super cool. So yeah, there's a lot of nods to a lot of different things. And just sound wise, lyrics aside, sound wise, you know, I wanted it to be a heater of a song. Like, you know, it's got to be trucking along for the energy it represents. But
It's got to be your opener too in your set.
sometimes it is.
It's got to be opener or close to it.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Yeah, for sure. But I have a lot of, you know, classic rock influence in my upbringing, and you know, that's even in my adult years has still been a huge part of my life. I used to be the lead singer of, I call it like my divorced dad's classic rock band that I played in. It was kind of a COVID project,
That's
but
funny.
it was one of, you know, some of the best years of my life playing with those guys. And yeah, we covered all
What's the name?
It was called Stolen Horse, actually. And yeah, we
That's funny.
covered like
It's a good-
AC/DC and Led Zeppelin and all
Some good
that
divorce
stuff.
tracks in there.
Oh, lots of them. Yes. But we had like the greatest of times. And, you know, I moved back home, and that was kind of the end of it, sadly. But I miss those days. And rock and roll is a huge part of my life. So I like to incorporate that sound and energy into some of my songs when I can, when it fits.
So I didn't realize the significance of the writing side of music until, and I still don't know much. Like, I'm making up as I go here. But if you're a Nashville artist and you don't write your own stuff, you got to take everybody else's kind of like leftovers. Essentially, that's what it feels like. You're kind of getting the B or C stuff until you really make it up on your own. But being a writer yourself, it totally elevates the opportunity. What I'm gathering here is there's more cut in it for you, I guess, on the business side. You can make and keep more of what you earn because you don't have to pay the writer on that side of it. But you can make up your own great songs and have a career that way. Like, you have to be a singer's, what did you, a songstress? Was that the word I saw somewhere? Songstress. I like that one. But
If you're a girl.
yeah, right. Yeah. Oh man, I won't go there. I don't have to cut more out of the show. Anyways, that's a skill though too. Like, that, not everybody can do that. Like, there's a lot of great, like, highly successful singers that aren't songwriters.
Yeah, actually, I never started writing until I was, in COVID, 2020, I started
really?
writing, which I think surprises people.
Bit of a peak though too for you.
It was a great time to start.
Yeah.
My dad's a songwriter, was a performer and an artist, and I grew up around it. I've played my whole life with him. And I think part of what stopped me from ever even trying in the first place is I saw what it took, you know, to be at the level that he had made it to or was still kind of at, and stuff like what it took in terms of writing abilities, of talent and stuff. I was like, I'm not a poet. I just don't have that in me, you know, to just spew out melodies to lines. Like, I wasn't necessarily born with that. I sucked at English class too. And
I almost failed too.
yeah, like it was not my strong suit. My English teacher in high school, he was like, let's just get you through this course. Like, no faith in me whatsoever. He made fun of me all the time.
I'm glad that yours did that, because mine wanted me to fail. She was like, I think you should go to the remedial English classes.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't want to.
Yeah, like,
I'm not that dumb. I know that I'm not good at Shakespeare, but I can do other shit.
Not good at Shakespeare, but I can write songs, turns out.
Yeah.
And it took me a lot of years to really work up the courage to try, and just, you know, I assumed like you just had to be born good at it and that it would just happen organically. Whereas, like, well, it did happen organically for me because I just went and started trying, and songs did start actually pouring out of me. And turns out I, you know, had it in me all along. But I also started it a little later in life with a lot of different life experiences to write about as well. And
had to sell some tractors first.
yeah, I had to sell some tractors first. Had to get launched off a couple horses.
Yeah,
and you know,
but just like the rodeo side of things, so like some of the guys realize that they don't want to have a real job, so then they ride better, right?
you know, it's funny you say that. Yeah, I felt the same thing of like, I had a lot of jobs. You know, I worked in agriculture the last 10 years and still do,
right?
On my own terms though, instead of
Yeah.
working for someone else, which was always the dream. But I had great jobs that I liked a lot. All of them ultimately made me, forced me to be like a writer and pursue my own dreams and stuff though, because I wasn't in love with them. So, you know, you struggled. I figure if I can get out of bed early to work a job that I like, I can get out of bed really early to do a job that I love. And I still don't. Like, I'm a musician, so our working hours are very different. And my family's going to laugh so hard when they listen to this because I'm not a morning person. But
I'm not
they
either.
you guys get what I mean.
None of us are. Devin and I totally
Yeah.
get it. But we're like we have to be Nighthawks because
Exactly.
it's show business.
It's
man.
entertainment business. Yeah.
Yeah, we got
100%.
Yeah, the show doesn't start till 7 p.m. I don't got to be up at 8
Exactly.
The only
Leave it
time
at
I'm
nine.
up early is for on set.
when you got when you have
Yeah.
to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same.
I need to get Devin. I need to get Devin a
Same.
crowd mic over.
Yeah. Yeah. We gotta get
Hold on.
this girl mic'd
Hold
up.
on. Let's get her. Let's get her
Yeah.
hooked up here. We'll do this for you.
Partially why I started too is it was just like it was kind of an outlet and a form of therapy about the parts of life I didn't like or that I was really struggling with. It's Mental Health Month right now, so we can talk about that. And yeah, kind of hit like middle of my 20s, and that was pretty big theme in my life actually at that point. And that became my outlet, and that became a lot of the reason I tried. And turns out like I didn't have to do it for someone else to like it or for someone else to think it was good. I just had to enjoy the process. Maybe if I was lucky, enjoy the outcome and the product I made with it, which I started to do. And that's where that kind of really took off. But I had been performing, amateur for years with my dad's band. Then I got into a rock band. I moved back home.
The dad rock band.
The dad
right?
rock band.
The
yeah.
divorced dad rock band.
Yeah. So fun. So good.
Sorry.
We actually, for a divorced dad rock band, like we played a lot of rodeos. We actually opened for Paul Brandt of all things.
No way.
And like I went out and sang Barracuda and like all
That's
these
fun.
classic 70s rock songs. People loved it.
But okay, you said something there that I wanted to talk about, the mental health side of things, and then the song "If I Make It Through the Summer."
Oh yeah, that's a mental health song for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, fill us in.
Yeah, totally. Another one of my favorite songs I've ever written. Didn't initially feel that way about it because it came from a place of, struggle and worry and adversity. And, the biggest theme of the song itself is uncertainty, right? If I make it through the summer, can I make it through the summer without losing my mind? And I wrote that last March. I just started to go into studio I was just finishing up my EP that I actually recorded with my live band from Medicine Hat, which is really cool, a special project, and pretty special to get to do that with them, because nowadays most people record with a totally different band than what they play with live. And I ended up doing that with my album Hardgrass Country, but my EP Love and Music came up before that, and I did that with my band. Super talented players, but I'd really spent like the last few years of my life setting myself up to be in a position where I could pursue music full time, not only financially, but also just time-wise as well. And, I'm finally getting to the point, and I'm finally investing the time, investing the money, doing all these things that I've wanted to do, but it's actually terrifying and scary, and it's a lot. It's really hard. Everyone's got something to say about it too, which, as much as we can all say it's water off a duck's back and we have thick skin, you still hear those things. And, a little bit unnerving, and just like, gee, I hope this pays off. And I don't just mean that financially, but like, I hope this pays off in my own heart and the dream that I had. And is this what I even really want to do? Now that I'm in it, it's not all as romantic and fantastic as you had envisioned your dream to be. There's a lot of ugly parts to it too, and it's hard on you. So I'd actually started writing that song, mumbling it to myself under my breath, just like talking to myself while I was lost in Calgary, driving around, way lost in the South End when I should have been up in the Northwest here where the studio was, trying to get there for my first day of vocals on the EP. And was an hour late, kind of screwed up the day a little bit, was stressed out from that and feeling terrible about it. And I ended up leaving Calgary at about midnight that night, and it was super cold. I had borrowed my dad's truck, actually, because we had recorded with the band the day before. So I sent them home in my SUV, and I stayed up with my own vehicle. And I just got past Gleason, and like I'm literally like crying. I'm just like overwhelmed. I'm exhausted. It was a grueling day. For any musicians out there that have recorded, and I'm sure that everybody remembers their first day doing vocals in a studio and how humbling it was, even if you're a great singer. And yeah, for the first half hour, I like ranted on the phone to my husband, and then I was in tears, and you just go like through all these like emotional processes, and then the truck just sputters and starts to break down. Catastrophic engine failure, and it's -20 outside.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I'm sitting outside of Gleason on the side of the road, and I'm just really contemplating life choices at this point. And luckily, my in-laws live in Bazzano, and woke up to the phone call very late at night and came and
like
saved
2 in the
me.
morning.
Yeah, came and rescued me, and crashed at their place for the rest of the night. And they took me to the Hat after that. And yeah, as soon as I got home from that, first thing in the morning, I finished the rest of that song. And I hated it because I just resented what it stood for, and I just hated that it was my reality. And I like again, I was just really questioning, what have I done? You know.
So do they just like pick you apart when you're doing vocals? Like, is that kind of where the struggle's at? Like,
Yeah, like in the nicest of ways.
Yeah. But, like,
for
there's
sure.
Still, like, you'll record something, and then they'll be like, "Okay, can we do
Do it
this
again."
better? Or do it again? You just have to do it like a million times
Yes.
until you're over it.
Yeah. So like it's physically really exhausting. I sang 5 songs that day, and which is a lot, which most people don't do. And now even when I go back, I'm like 3 songs, maybe 4 songs if I'm having an awesome vocal day.
Yeah.
And
How many
that
times
seems
do you
to a lot.
do per song?
Depends on the song. Some come quicker than others. Like there's songs I've done in 3 takes, and there's songs that we've spent 3 hours on.
Oh my gosh.
So
that would
it
be a
just
little
depends.
stressful.
Yeah.
Is it one take? Like, are you looking to get one, or are they gonna piece some stuff together?
Yeah, we still go through and find the best, pronunciation, phrasing, everything we can, like almost word for word through a song. So there's quite an editing process there. But I told these guys I don't want to have edited vocals per se of like, auto-tuned and
You want to
and
sound
stuff.
like you do at a show.
I do. I want to sound exactly like do at a show. I want the rawness and realness to be in there. Like we're not looking for perfection per se. We want it to sound great. So yeah, that's why we're piecing apart like what lines did I sing the best on what takes, because we're not gonna edit it a whole bunch. This is as raw and as real and it gets. And I wanted it to be like that. Like I wanted it to be a very off the floor, sounds great, but sounds like as plain Jane as like a Chris Stapleton recording does, and that there's not all these effects and bullshit and stuff in it. It's just a raw band and a raw singer, and it's so good. And that's what I was going for. But it took some work, and especially as someone who was so green to the studio at that time. And yeah, it was physically exhausting. It was emotionally exhausting because I'm like, can I even sing? Like I gave up a career and like all this stuff. I uprooted my life. And I'm starting to question, like, can I actually even do this? Like, am I just totally delusional for being here? But yeah, point being, though, this long-winded story, is some of the best songs and the best music artistry is born out of the hardest times.
Yeah.
And that came true 10 times over since writing that song with many other pieces that I wrote, too. So, yeah, it became one of the most beautiful musical compositions on the record. I would really encourage, like, if you're going to listen to one Morgan Klaiber song, if that's like a real challenge for you or stretch for you that you just have to suffer through, if you're going to listen to one
it won't
song.
be suffering.
Well, they won't be if they listen to this
Yeah,
song.
it'll be good.
That's
After they hear Wilder Horses at the top of the show, they're probably gonna be a fan.
They're hooked.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's my favorite sounding song on the record. Like I'm a huge fan of the Eagles and a lot of music from the 70s. So
What's your favorite Eagles song?
my favorite Eagles song?
You can do top 3 if you have to.
Oh, Jesus.
Or you can say, or it might be Joe Walsh himself too.
That's a hard
Or
one.
Vince Gill. I saw them.
Yes, same.
I saw
Same.
them in Vegas last year at the Sphere, and I'm glad I wasn't on drugs because I would have had a really rough time. Like I could see people that would like go do some mushrooms or something, go to the Sphere. Don't.
Don't.
You're gonna
Don't
have
talk
bad
to me
time.
about
No,
the
don't
Sphere.
do that.
I'm obsessed with that thing. I
It's
don't
so
know
cool.
what it was the whole time I was there. I was obsessed with it.
It's so cool, Devin.
I made Tegan and Wyatt walk. We walked all the way
Go to a show there.
from like near MGM or whatever to the Sphere.
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 Sphere. This is why we don't
Sphere.
give me a microphone. But yeah,
You're not even holding it close either, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you gotta hold
I
it
don't know
closer.
what to do with this.
Yeah.
But unreal show.
Yes.
But don't do drugs and go to the Sphere.
I
But,
don't know.
but
I will not take your advice.
Like the
You're
Eagles
gonna,
are so.
you're gonna be sitting there just like, oh my god, this is.
Well, don't go to an
I should have
Eagles
listened to
show.
Ted.
Don't go to an Eagles show and do drugs. It's so good without it.
It was so good.
It really is.
It was so good. Like
Um,
they kicked it off Hotel California. That was super cool, and there was sound coming from everywhere in the building. Anyway, sorry, it was super cool. But Vince
Yeah.
Gill was badass. Like Joe
Yes.
Walsh could not sing anymore, but he could play the shit out of that guitar.
Yeah, he does.
You're talking about lyrical clarity. There was no lyrical clarity.
Yeah.
With Joe Walsh anymore, but he's like still legend. Like,
They're
how do you
still
not?
legends,
Right?
and they're still, I hope
was
when I'm
badass.
that age that I'm still just even capable of
Yeah,
trying
it
to
was
do
so cool.
that.
It was
Like
so cool.
it's very impressive.
Who's the
to
other
me,
guy
so.
with the '80s like rock song that's part of the band? Is Donnie Dan? What the hell's his name?
Glenn?
It's not Glenn. No.
No,
He's got like an '80s rock song. Boys of Summer. Don Henley.
Don Henley. Yeah,
Don Henley. Sorry.
Blanking.
Yeah. I was like, who the hell
I'm the
is
biggest
Donnie
fan of these
something?
guys, and I can't remember their names.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyways, Eagles songs.
Yeah.
We're off the rails here. I'm sorry, but
Yeah. No, they're a huge
Eagles.
influence for me. Like I wore out my Eagles greatest hits CD.
what's your favorite song? We haven't got
I
there
would
yet.
say, peaceful, easy, peaceful, easy feeling. Oh my
Too much
God.
coffee. We're
Too
all
much
jittery.
coffee. New Kid in Town. Life in the Fast Lane.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one. I feel
Yeah.
like hearing your
I love them all.
music,
but
that's
yeah.
gotta be a quick, close one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I like How Long and Take It Easy.
Yeah.
What else? One of these nights
Wasted
is so
Time
groovy.
was
Wasted
another
Time.
great song too.
Life is Good is
Yeah.
a big one that Bree likes. Life's Been Good to Me, Joe Walsh song. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
big Eagles fans here.
Big Eagles
I'm glad
fans,
we
yeah.
have that in common.
Now that we know who's in the band.
Yeah. Well, anyways, now that we talked about the Eagles, go listen to track number 3 on my record because there's
Hard Gas Country.
of Hardgrass Country. It's if you're gonna listen to one Morgan Klaiber song, I'd always say that should be it.
Listen to her songs, folks.
Yeah.
Okay, Medicine Hat Rodeo Princess 2014.
Oh, yeah.
We got to talk a little bit about the rodeo queen life.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you like to talk about?
I
The
don't know.
rodeo queen life.
We talked about we got to give a little shout out to Brittany Comistic,
Hell yeah, we do.
Canadian Cowgirl Closet on the Instagrams.
And Canadian Cowgirl Corporation.
yeah.
Yes. But Brittany, former Miss Rodeo Canada, I forget where was she? Was she Medicine Hat Queen
Yep,
before?
she
She won
was,
Medicine Hat
yeah.
to go win Canada.
Yep. You bet.
Okay, and shout out to Medicine Hat Stampede. You guys have one of the best night perfs in all of Canadian Pro Rodeo on the Friday night.
yeah.
Like, I don't know why every fucking perf in Medicine Hat isn't a night perf because it's so
I know.
badass. Then you have a sleepy fucking Saturday afternoon rodeo. Sorry, pardon my language, Medicine Hat folks, but like, if you have an awesome badass Friday night perf, why the fuck don't you do that every day? You have 3 different performance times. It's like a 3 o'clock and a 5 o'clock, but then like 7 o'clock's the best. Just do them all at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I
Still
kind of
all
wish
awesome.
they would too.
Yeah.
They do that for the sake of the night shows.
Nobody even goes to the night shows. Just go to the rodeo. Just have a good rodeo perf.
Didn't nobody get
Get good
probably
acts.
go to the night shows with
They do. Yeah, they totally do. They actually have.
Medicine Hat is a party.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
trying to think of who's coming this
Do
year.
it later.
They
Do
got
it-
some good acts coming.
Start the
this
rodeo
year,
at
so.
7. Do the concert at 9
I know.
to 11.
I would prefer that because then they would
Yeah.
buy 2 tickets actually
Yeah,
and
well,
go to both
one,
parts.
or just like make it a
Yeah.
little more expensive.
yeah,
People
maybe a
would still
2-in-1
buy 2
deal.
tickets.
2 for
yeah.
1. Right, but that rodeo 9
Yeah.
o'clock on Friday night is so good.
Oh yeah,
Just make them all.
and it's like such a big
the
thing for the
lights.
locals too. Like everyone goes to the Friday night
Yeah,
performance.
'cause it's the best
and
one.
It's like a whole social event.
Nobody cares
and-
about Saturday
yeah.
afternoon at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
They're all napping from the Friday perf.
Yeah, exactly. We're
But
all
if you made it
hungover.
at 7 o'clock,
We'd make it back out.
although they might be trying to schedule with Strathmore and Pollockville at the same time. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on that weekend.
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
But it changes every couple of years where it's different.
Right.
But anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Medicine Hat. Still, I love your Friday perf.
Yeah.
Love you. I wish you had more of those.
Same.
But Prince, I'm really calling people out
We
this
all
week.
have ADD today.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody took their meds today.
I don't have any.
Time for an unhinged podcast.
Mine's just going
coffee.
outside. That's what my medicine is. Outdoor time.
Yeah.
But Princess Life. How
Yeah.
rodeo princess. There's not a lot of folks that do that. But then we got talking about Brittany a little bit, but she dates your brother.
Yep.
Just to throw some more.
Yeah. There's
Family
the connection. If you're
Yeah.
wondering why we're talking
Yeah.
about her.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I
and
never
dear
got,
friend of mine,
You got to
too.
land the plane here,
Yeah,
Ted. You got to
yeah.
like circle it all
Yeah.
around, bookend it properly.
Yeah. For anyone who has ADHD that's listening to this, though, they've probably already connected all the dots
They
because
might
that's
have.
how our brains work, for
It's
sure.
it's like that
Yeah.
that thing from The Hangover, the meme from The Hangover with Alan, and he's counting cards, and there's all the numbers flying through his brain. That's what's happening right
Yeah, totally. 100%.
now. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry, I don't know where I was trying to go, but you're
Yeah.
a rodeo princess, Medicine Hat.
I was many moons ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it dates me a little bit, actually, but I
That was my point.
Oh. Well, I was right out of high school.
Yeah.
Knew I wanted to do that and ran. And so we have Queen and Princess and Medicine Hat. And historically and at the time, like, you know, in terms of Canadian rodeo royalty, you have Miss Rodeo Canada at the top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
And then you have like Calgary Stampede, Queen and Princesses. And then as far as like intense royalty programs go, then there's Medicine Hat. And then
really?
you have like Pinocchio. There's lots of big ones across Western Canada for sure, but like
I'm trying to think what other ones even compete. Like Wainwright's usually had a Miss Rodeo Wainwright.
well, things have changed in the last 10 years. And
Yeah, it's all changed. 'Cause
yeah,
I don't think I haven't
COVID
seen one
botched
from,
a few.
haven't seen one from Grand Prairie in
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah,
But, like,
Grand Prairie used to have a big one too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then they still got a big rodeo. But I'm not sure about the royalty program. But I got to say,
Yeah.
I got to give kudos on this front to Jillian Shields, formerly now Jillian Grant with C5. She's brought a couple more on. Like
Oh yeah.
Cody Wilson was Miss Rodeo Edmonton.
Yep.
The-
She's current Miss Rodeo Canada.
Yeah, but the Edmonton was the summer rodeo that C5 put together with Explore Edmonton at the Expo Center. But then she helped make a program at Agribition. Abby Hardy, maybe, if I remember right. Anyways, good work, Jillian. I don't know if she has Oktoberfest as well on the royalty program, but Jillian's done a great job of all that.
Yeah, and it's important that people are still doing it. Like I'm realizing now everything, you know, skill wise that I learned about just kind of being in the public eye, representing a great organization that you know you're a part of and very proud of. Like there's a lot of great adult skills that came out of that for a girl that was just 18 years old at the time that really set me up for success, not only in future jobs, but also as an entrepreneur and as, you know, a musician who's trying to be in the public eye.
So we've got a full slate of shows coming up this year. Talk about the second half of the year, like July and on. What do some of the shows look like as far as where you're going the rest of the year, where people can find you, what's on the horizon for new music? This record came out in October of last year, so talk about what's on the horizon for Morgan Klaiber.
Yeah, for sure. Let's look to the future. Yeah, lots of exciting shows this summer, and you know, lots of rodeo festival type stuff, which I always greatly look forward to. Like, you know, come February, March, I'm just like itching for it. So
I get so depressed in the winter.
Yeah. I do okay in the winters now, better than I used to actually, because I perform a lot throughout the winter, and it's often like the really wholesome songwriter circles and song trade type shows. Those really fill my heart up and, you know, give me something to look forward to throughout the winter. But I'm still always like, yeah, come, you know, we're fall spring, we get into that, and I was like, yeah, we're getting
Fool's
close.
spring.
Yeah, full spring, yeah.
The Spring of Deception.
Spring of Deception, yeah, my least favorite season. But no, we got Weyburn coming up in a couple weeks here, going out to the Oil Kings Bronc match to play that. That's gonna be a blast. I love playing, like, you know, rodeo type events, cabarets and dances and stuff.
Hard Grass Bronc
Yeah,
match.
Hard Grass Bronc match.
2 nights this time.
2 nights, yeah. Super looking forward to that.
Stampede stage? Is it this like the Stampede mobile stage?
Yeah, it
Isn't
is. Yeah. And they just
Calgary Stampede.
Man, they got the best little support team there. Like, they make our life so easy. So that's a highlight of the summer. Both of those Bronc matches, especially Pogville, because that's fairly close to home, and I got lots of friends in that area. So Pinoca, you know, we're playing at the Stampede there. I'm going out to Swift Current Egg Exhibition the day after to open for Neil McCoy, which is really cool. Big Flat Folk Fest in East End. If you're into a lot of like alt country type stuff, anybody who's listening, you got to come check this festival out. It's in beautiful East End. Coulter Worrell headlined it last year. This year it's Corblund. Kenny Fiddler's on that. Another great
Oh, cool.
Alberta artist. Kyle McCurney's coming.
Oh, I've heard of him.
There's so many names and I'm just blanking right now, but I'm like so excited to either say hi to them again or meet them. So that's a highlight of the summer, but that's also the same weekend as weekend 2 of Calgary Stampede. So yeah, bummer there. I will be up at Ranchman's again with Ryan Lindsay doing a show on July 11th. So that's the weekend too, and then I go to East End the next day. But
Okay.
yeah, July is crazy. Quonset Days again. That's my hometown show.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's like physically the closest performance to where I live that I can have ever. And, you know, it's holds a special place in all our hearts because it's kind of a big fundraiser thing in our community that's gone on for a lot of years and is a kind of leave your dignity at the gates and pick it up the next morning kind of party. So always look forward to that one. And yeah, August stays busy too. A couple of festivals. There's always something, but nothing too crazy. Just staying in Western Canada, doing my thing. Playing a lot of the shows that I love, playing to a lot of the crowds that I love, you know, my own community of people.
Your people.
Yeah, exactly. You know, really found that now.
Oh yeah.
So for those listening, we just took a short pause, but we're back, and now we're talking about boobs. But
We're so mature about it too.
To that.
I'm sorry, but okay, tell us a story. I'm sorry, Morgan.
Man.
That's funny though.
Well, like I said, I've kind of like two bucket list items for being a live performer.
The fight one.
To play to a fight, yeah.
Yeah.
And the other one was like to have someone, you know, flash their tits at me at a show.
Like
and
you're
that's
the
already
Rolling
happened.
Stones, like you're
a
Mick
couple
Jagger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that makes
So
me feel like
one
a
out
real
of
rock
two.
star.
That's funny. Do
So-
you know the people? How does this happen? Do you know the people? Or they're just randos?
No, I did know the lady actually. Yeah, this was from back in the days when I lived up in Brooks. And
Was this with the divorced dad band?
This was with the divorced dad.
Oh.
One time it was. The other time was ironically at an acoustic show with my brother.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
that's even
inappropriate.
funnier actually. No, it is. But I'll explain because it was really clever and really, really funny actually. So
Oh, wow. Tasteful.
tasteful. Totally
titties.
tasteful.
Yeah.
Tasteful titties at a nice after supper acoustic pub gig. If you can
Oh,
imagine
wow.
such a thing.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, these memories live rent free in my head. So yeah, like first time was at a rock and roll dive bar gig.
Yeah.
And fitting, right on brand. It was awesome.
Where at? Which venue?
This was at a bar called Aces in Brooks.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, we're in Brooks. Okay.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
on.
yeah. I've had a lot of fun memories playing there with
Yeah.
all my friends back in Brooks. But the other time was
No, but what happened? You did go to tell a story. It was at Aces, but then what happened?
Well,
Is it what? I was at the bar with.
Someone
Okay.
just flash it.
yeah,
Just
like
boom,
we were
boom.
playing the song "Crazy Bitch" by Buck Cherry.
Okay.
And that's when they
Okay.
came out.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's a pretty simple story
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
how that
That
happened.
makes a lot of sense.
There was one in the
Yeah.
crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're love her though.
Yeah. So this is your
love
friend?
her dearly. Yeah, no, I know her for sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's
I
a
didn't mean to say
totally-
that about your friend. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No.
No,
She'll be flattered. when
yeah,
she
that
listens to
song
this,
is that's a song.
yeah. Great song. So the other time though was at this brewery and
Tasteful brewery.
Tasteful Brewery.
After dinner.
It's me and my brother. We're starting set 2. There's about 65, 70 people crammed.
What's your brother's name?
Hayden.
Hayden. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if we told that part yet.
Yeah, no, and he's a musician too. We play
Yeah.
play gigs together and try and include him on my stuff whenever
Yeah.
I can, and my dad as well. They sang backup vocals on some of my tracks too,
Right
which
on.
is sweet. We wrote a song together that I'll talk about actually after. That's kind of unique. That'll come out in the future.
Okay.
But going back to the tits in the pub stories, so
We're only drinking coffee, folks.
yeah.
I swear.
Swear we're sober people, but so we start set 2. We're like 20 seconds into the intro of the song. Everyone's like sitting intently and quietly facing us and watching and listening, and the same gal as the first time is standing in the back, and my brother, who is at the time was a lot more green of a musician, so as you get more seasoned, nothing really distracts you and phases you, or like
No
people in the
boobs
crowd
get
don't
in the
cause you
way.
to screw up, right? Like you kind of stay the course. But my brother was still pretty green at this point, and she just lifts up the corner of her shirt, and no one can see because she's standing at the back, and everyone's facing us.
So only you guys get to.
Only we could see it, and I'm smiling and laughing and strumming along, and my brother just completely forgets how to play guitar, forgets what words he was singing, totally derailed. We drove it in the ditch, couldn't recover.
Oh my goodness.
And it's to this day one of my favorite stories because I just watched my brother right beside me turn 50 shades of red and stutter and fumble and just like I thought he was having a stroke actually.
Oh my
Everyone in
gosh.
the crowd is like, "What is wrong?"
Yeah,
with
what's
this
going
guy?"
on?
What's happening?
And nobody
Wow.
knew and just casually just put his shirt down. No
Just do like a single tit.
yeah,
just like
just one corner left.
Oh,
Yeah.
did she know? Did she know him?
Yeah. Well, I don't think she'd even technically met him yet, but she knew that was my brother and like
Yeah.
had come out to watch the show
that's
as a fan of mine. And
Oh gosh.
and yeah, we all had a pretty good laugh about it at the
song?
set break. I don't even remember what song, but like we're talking like nice folky acoustic country
yeah,
music.
there was more to remember than the song.
Yeah, I couldn't
Oh
even
my
tell you.
gosh, that's
It's-
hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
That's fucking funny.
That's awesome.
But yeah, no, I've performed with, like I said, with my dad for years, but started playing these duo shows with my brother kind of once we got past COVID and we're starting to get back to normal. Started picking up shows like that and done that and lots of like private parties even as a duo with my brother and try and include him on stuff and we try and write. So when you ask like what's coming out in the future, well, hopefully lots someday. No official dates or plans yet, but there's one song that I co-wrote with my dad and brother that we've played live a few times, and it's kind of a fast-paced acoustic bluegrass style song that I tried to write with a Corblund sense of humor. You know how
Okay.
he writes about his
Agriculture tragic.
yeah, just
In the genre.
all his kind of funny, witty songs about life in the country, and he's one of my songwriting heroes. So
We play Wordle together every day.
nice.
Yeah, I've been kicking his ass lately.
I love that you announced that.
We play Wordle.
He says,
Yeah.
yeah, I won't get into the details, but I've been winning.
Yeah. Well, anyways, this is meant to be like I would never even begin to compare myself to you know
I'm
a
only
legend
talking
like
about.
him. But
I'm only talking about Wordle.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
well, he's
Got nothing else on Corb.
He's a
Just some notes.
songwriting genius. He
He
really
is.
is.
He really is.
Absolutely is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I wrote this verse and this chorus, and the song is called "Part-Time Unpaid Ranch Hand," which is like if I could give myself a name tag to wear, it would say Morgan Klaiber, part-time unpaid ranch hand, because that's
Yeah.
kind of what I am out in the family business, and
That's funny.
and we all are to some extent. And so I wrote this verse in the chorus, and I asked my brother and dad, I was like, could you please write like your own verses of your stories? Like they're all completely real life stories of like, what does that mean to you? And so it's a very funny song that when we've been playing live has just made people belly laugh.
Sounds like I'm getting I'm feeling sugar beet, the sugar beet thing with Corb with the
Oh, sugar beet choke.
yeah, the sugar beet choke, and then the
Yeah, talking veterinary blues.
yeah
Yeah.
well yeah, that one just came to mind all of a sudden.
It kind of actually it's definitely in
similar
that
genre.
We're in
It's
that
in the
realm.
ag trad genre.
Yeah, definitely. So we've talked about getting that recorded sooner than later and getting that
Yeah.
out there because it's just been such a popular hit when we've played it live.
So when is the new music coming?
No official dates
Don't know yet.
No, don't know yet.
In progress.
In progress.
Okay.
You know, I never stop writing. Above all else, I'm like a songwriter first
Mm-hmm.
and a performer second. They're both pretty neck and neck for sure. But
Are you cutting anything that's going to anybody else? Are you sending stuff to people, or is it all you're keeping it all? in
yeah, I'm
your-
holding my cards
Okay.
close to my chest right now. I've just started to dabble in co-writing, and by co-writing I mean like I've got a verse and a chorus, and I sent it to you via voice memo on a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never actually sat in a room face to face with somebody and
Okay.
and
wrote that.
wrote
way.
a song. I've never tried that style of writing. That's what they do in Nashville, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of artists do that. I'm open to the experience of doing it. I'll definitely do it once in my life, but
Okay.
for now I'm just working on stuff kind of by myself or with close friends. And
Yeah, and like you
and-
said, Brett.
yeah, we co-wrote that song together, and that's how that happened too. He sent me a verse and a chorus, and he said, "Can you write the cowgirl's reply to it?" And that's
Yeah.
what I did. It took me 20 minutes, and I'm like, "This
Yeah.
is perfect." I'm like, "I'm a great co-write. Look at me go." that was low hanging fruit for me, but I'm still trying to write lots. Still, working towards the second album, which is something that my younger self just can't even imagine. I dreamed of ever having one, let alone getting to start work on a second one. So
Oh yeah.
we'll get there.
That's amazing.
Okay, Morgan. One question we ask everybody on the show is what your definition of cowboy shit is, or cowgirl shit.
Yeah.
But I could still consider cowboy shit to be a gender neutral term.
Absolutely.
In 2025.
I kind of feel that way too, actually.
Yeah.
It's so funny as a fan
Cowgirls
of the show.
can do cowboy shit too.
I do cowboy shit all the time.
I try.
You do it too, Devin.
You do. More than most, I think.
Oh gosh.
No, I've debated this answer for a long time because, we've talked about doing this for so long, but I'm actually going to quote Robert Schmidt on this one as per my last phone conversation with my dad had a little run-in with a cow earlier this spring. Put him on the couch for a little bit, and I was telling Rob that, and he's like, man, that is just some cowboy shit, all this ranching and calving. He's like, cowboy shit is taking a licking while you keep on kicking. And so that's what cowboy shit is to me.
Oh, I like it. Okay, I got to go back to, we talked about the Alberta Country Music Awards to win the Album of the Year. Like, that's kind of I want to say that one would really help put you further on the map and in maybe some different circles to win that award last year. What was that? What was going through your head that night and being nominated, but then to win? Like, we got to talk that story a little bit.
Very surprising.
In March.
Yeah, that was just in March. That wasn't that long ago. Very surprising. Like, I'm totally independent. Like, my team behind me is ultimately my family or people that I consider my family and maybe aren't blood relatives. But, knowing how you're voted into these awards as nominees and as winners by your industry peers. So the fact that the Alberta country music industry, of all the people of albums that were nominated and that people went and listened to or believed in or whatever, they picked me out of all the people on the list to be their vote. Like, I couldn't believe it. So I went into that night happy to be there. I was nominated 4 times. This was my first time attending as a nominee. And my second time ever going to the awards, actually. So it was exciting. And but you see the other names on the list and stuff, and knowing how all this stuff works, I'm like, yeah, I'm so thankful I'm nominated. And I kind of just left it as that. I actually pretty sure I told my husband, I was like, I will eat my shorts if I win one of these things. And and he pretty much was like, do you like them barbecued or sauteed? Because I ended up winning.
So they really don't tell you beforehand at all?
No, you do not know.
No,
and
totally.
We're sitting front and center of the stage. I sat at the funnest table there. We were loud and just having a grand old time. 5 awards actually came back to our table between myself and Nolene and Kat Robertson on the fiddle. Won Specialty Player of the Year. So it was, very exciting night for all of us and a really big win overall for, the south part of the province, of course. So we're sitting there. If I could win any award, that would definitely be the one I'd pick to win, because it's a testament to your artistry and your vision and your all-around skills as an artist, as a vocalist, a songwriter, a producer, and just having like an all-encompassing artistic vision for a collection of music. I listened to so many great albums growing up, so I just hope someday I could create something half decent myself. And with the help of my excellent genius producer, Denis Dufresne, I think that's what we did. And he has championed for my cause harder than anyone else can. He's my biggest teammate in all of this in the music business, and just got my album heard by industry people, and a lot of people like it. And when Brett heard it, he was blown away too. So when they called my name, I actually blacked out. Like, I couldn't believe it. Haley Benedict was the one that announced it, and she was standing right in front of me. And the noise that erupted, and I literally blacked out. I apparently walked up and gave a pretty good speech. I don't remember any of it.
No way.
It's amazing.
I really don't. And then I kind of came back too. By the time, you go all the way back around and come back, sit down at your table, and I was like, my legs are still working. Okay, that's good. So very special moment. Made the family proud and made everyone back home proud, because that album is really titled for them and where I come from. So recognition of it, of any kind, even as a nominee, is really amazing and special. And to be credited as a winner is even better yet.
How are you doing, Devin? We all good?
It's still going.
Okay, so I'd love for you to play another song for us. You want to play another one?
Okay. Yeah. Do you have any requests? What you want to hear?
Oh man, I don't know. I really liked the first one that you sang. Like, that's such a fun song. But I really don't know. Devin, what do you think? Fast, slow? You want to cry a little bit?
I don't want to cry today.
No crying songs?
No
Okay,
crying.
that's
We don't want to cry it out,
Especially when it's acoustic. I'm like, I feel like it hits extra hard.
right?
Yeah,
Even if
yeah.
it isn't, even if it isn't that sad, it can still be
Yeah.
sad with
Yeah.
the acoustic side.
It's
But-
hard to hear acoustic songs when you're like 3 feet away from people. They hit
Yeah.
real hard.
Like
so,
more emotionally.
Yeah. Unless we want to have a group cry together, I think I'm going to play something a little more upbeat.
Yeah. Even like something like medium-ish. I don't know. Whatever you think. You got a couple in
Well,
your mind.
I'll play that one I was just talking about earlier
Yeah.
that I wrote
Okay.
with my dad and brother, just because it's funny and I like
Oh,
to
that
laugh.
sounds like
so
I'm down with that.
yeah, everybody just like please bear a sense of humor in mind as you're
Yeah.
listening to this, and I'll try not to screw it up, and I'll try and remember everyone else's verses. They should be here to sing them. All right, this is called Part-Time Unpaid Ranch Hand. Weary eyes and a pounding head, I can hardly make it out of bed. 10 missed calls from the boss wondering where I am. Get out there, boy, and get to work. You're always late and full of hurt. Goodbye and so long to sleeping in. Well, I bailed all night and after sunset just to find out that I jammed the net. Now my neighbors all can see. I flipped my truck after too many beers and told everyone I had to miss a deer. I guess that whiskey bottle got the best of me. I'm a part-time unpaid ranch hand. I'm stuck out here with my old man. Most days I'm at a loss for the free time it has cost. I'm a part-time unpaid ranch hand. So my horse blew up in the Brandon pen when he bumped into the vaccine man. He didn't like the snake bite in his side. He ripped and snorted and kicked the sky, and I thought I made one hell of a ride, but I hurt for 2 weeks after that. Then I left my favorite fence and pliers hanging on some rusty wire and stuck my iron pony in the mud. Along 4 miles I huffed it home, cause the ranch boss won't pick up his phone. I swear that cell reception gonna leave me dead. I'm a part-time unpaid ranch hand. I'm stuck out here with my old man. Most days I'm at a loss for the free time it has cost. I'm a part-time unpaid ranch hand. All right, this last verse is my dad's reply to his shithead kids that he has to put up with. Well, if I paid them a nickel, it'll be too much. They killed my tractor riding the clutch, and I can't tell them nothing they don't know. It's 3 p.m. and it's getting late. Only one more stop before they hit the gate. Steal my gas and beer and off they go. Well, I'll pay them someday when they hit my age, when their wild rambling turns the page and I get all the shit fixed that they broke. Cause I was young once too, you know, and I never missed no rodeo. But who the hell's gonna get all the work done around here? Cause I'm a part-time unpaid ranch hand. I'm stuck out here with my old man. Most days I'm at a loss for the headaches it has caused. I'm a part-time unpaid ranch hand. I'm a part-time unpaid ranch hand. I'm a part-time unpaid ranch hand.
That was awesome. Devin, I feel like you were either triggered by that or you were really
No, I was
hearing.
slightly triggered. Hey, no, like the fencing pliers. I'm sorry. That happened to me and this girl Courtney once because we were working at John Scott's ranch, and they have a pasture that's like way far away. And sure enough, we forgot all of our tools out there. And the next day, they needed everything to fence, so we had to find some kind of excuse. Instead of admitting that we left them there and we forgot them, we had to find a reason to go check a horse or something up there.
That's pretty smart.
Like, oh, I think we should go look at this thing, or maybe they don't have enough hay. And yeah, we got them back in time.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, we snuck 'em
Recovery.
back. Yeah, there was a bit of a panic.
Oh man, do you want to play another one? Are we on a roll, or should we wrap it up?
Sure.
You got another one?
I've got endless. I'm a bottomless well.
Based on what a Corb's song. Do you got one more in the chamber? One left in the chamber?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Corb. Remember that line.
Yeah. Well, since we're kind of like on that theme of funny songs.
Yeah.
Not that all Corb's songs are funny. He's a
No,
very
no.
brilliant poetic writer, but I always love that part about him. Well, okay, I'll sing another funny song. It's like the only love song I've ever wrote.
Oh,
And,
love is fun.
love
Love can
is
be
fun.
funny sometimes.
Sure.
Love is funny. It's actually a lot easier to write about funny love than it is to be like all sappy wedding song
Warning,
vibe.
warning, Devin may be triggered again.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I've been to therapy.
Nah, I'm good.
All right, we're going to play another one. What are you thinking? Tell us about it first. We really loved the last one.
Okay. There's so many directions I could go with this.
Yeah.
Funny, like, what are you guys thinking?
Play me one that I can play at a rodeo.
Okay.
Or a bull riding show. Like when I'm doing music at these shows, play me one that I can play. You know what I mean? I can play a lot of them.
Well, you can technically play anyone.
I know, but like,
you know,
but they gotta fit. Like, if I'm gonna play one at the Ponoka Stampede, like I can
well.
definitely use, the first one from the show, Wilder Horses. I can do
Yeah.
that. What else can I play at a rodeo that's gonna really fit well for the shows? Or at Hardgrass. I don't want to play. I'm not gonna play your stuff at Hardgrass though because you're performing later.
They
No,
do.
No,
They
I
did
don't
the
want
grand
to.
entry to my song last
Well,
year. So.
that would have been
Teaser.
actually somebody told me to do that.
Yeah.
Because we used it. It was after Calgary. Somebody told me and they sent me that. So that was.
Oh, that's cool.
They told me to play that, so I did that. But I don't like to play a song if the person's performing later. I don't think that's fair to the artist to have a for some they might not want to. They might not want to have a live recording before they play.
Right.
And I don't want to overuse. Like if I don't know. There's been some bigger artists that have done shows after us, after the rodeos. But I forget. I'm trying to think of who would have been right now. But
It must not have been that big then.
well, but sometimes.
Just
but
kidding.
no,
I'm just
there's
kidding.
been some big. There's been some big artists in Ponoka in the last few years. I'm trying to think
yeah.
well, Coulter. Coulter had a show there like 2 years ago, and I didn't want to play anything of Coulter's during the show before he plays. Like I feel like that's just. It feels like there's some etiquette there that I don't want
Right.
to. I don't want to screw up a live show
Okay.
before the live show.
Well, you'll never screw up any of my shows.
Okay,
In fact,
okay.
I would encourage it. Because actually, last year, just that example specifically, they played that song. And then,
That was me. I
Yeah,
pledged
yeah,
it.
you played the song. Yeah, you can take the
I'm
credit.
they.
You are they.
I'm they.
Okay.
It wasn't my idea. I'm sorry.
It was some of the
community.
committee members.
Yeah.
They're great supporters of me up there, which
Yes.
is pretty awesome.
I love the hard grass bronc match. It's a lot of fun.
Lovely people. But they played that as like the entry or the start of the event.
Yeah, it was
And then, I
very
kinda,
close to the start. It was an important part of the show.
Yeah, and they were kind of talking and they were doing some stuff and in the ring. And so I kind of bebopped around to a few different boxes and, saying hi to people I know out there and visiting. And
Shaking babies, kissing hands.
Exactly. My
Yep.
favorite thing to do.
Nice.
My one friend who also knows a lot of people out there was introducing me to a ton of the people in her box and was like, yeah, that song that you heard, like, this is the girl that wrote it. And like people were so excited about it, which was amazing because like a lot of times, it's not to discredit myself, but anytime that happens, they're like, oh yeah, that's nice or whatever. And you're like,
But they
okay,
actually
great.
liked it.
Yeah. No, these people were absolutely amped because it's that kind of culture of people and they
Yeah.
resonated with the song. So
They also really resonate with the Testicle Festival song.
yeah.
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 There's a song because Pollockville they have
Yeah.
a Testicle Festival earlier
That's what it
in the
started
day.
as.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, legit.
I
Well, I'm
know
not making
that.
this up. This is real testicle humor. Like it's humor, but it's
story.
like a real thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I
So there's a
know.
song called,
Yeah.
and the line is about the good old. No, it's the Testicle Festival in good old Pollockville. That's the line.
Yep.
Yeah. Sounds like a song your dad could have wrote.
It sounds right up our alley.
I still can't get
Yeah.
over the can't take the cow to cowgirl. I'm sorry. That has to be the
Yeah.
song title.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
I really like the can't taking the O out of country too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She took
Yeah.
the O out of country. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways,
I apologize. Might have to take that out too.
We might have to edit that one out, but that's okay.
We didn't say anything wrong.
This is great because
Oh dear.
my mom shakes her head at these ideas, but this is gonna really pump Dad's tires when he hears that someone else liked them.
Well,
See,
See?
I told you.
Yeah, exactly.
well, but there's the I didn't realize that it was actually like it's not actually a commercial song like the Dick Down in Dallas one, like, but that's isn't that
That
like
is a good
I know
song, though.
I know like it's bad, but like didn't that actually make some radio stuff? Like aren't they actually
smash hit?
Yeah.
like they're
Smash it.
actually like
Yeah.
it's actually a thing and they're
Yeah.
like they're actually playing it on the radio? Are they actually or no?
I haven't heard it personally, like up in Canada, but
Yeah,
in the
we're
States
too
it sure could have
we're
happened.
too liberal
Yeah.
for that up here.
Yeah.
But I think like it's actually like a bit of a hit.
feel
Like it's
like-
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that makes me think about the rodeo song, like the
Oh yeah.
it's 40 below and I don't give a fuck. Gotta hear what's
Yeah.
up, come on for the rodeo.
Yeah.
You're right.
That was my favorite song when I was in grade 4.
Yeah. But it's like one of those like cult songs that I don't know. Sorry, we're way off
Like
topic.
Barrel
Yeah.
Racer Land.
Yeah, I love Barrel Racer Lands.
Thanks,
So
Kenny.
funny.
Yeah. See, like it could be a thing.
Yeah.
I know that
Never know.
some of it's offside. I know, but also people gotta freaking people gotta fucking take it easy.
I did
Yeah,
hear
totally.
Dick
Right.
down in Dallas at a barrel race once
Ooh.
while Pee-wees were going.
See,
Ooh.
that's not okay.
I thought that was a little odd, but I was here. I don't think anyone else noticed.
And as the-
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
As the he that plays the songs at some
You're
shows,
like, no.
I do my best to not put myself in those situations if possible. Right? Like I'm not gonna play "Guess" by Billie Eilish in the Pee Wee barrel racing.
Mm-hmm.
Not okay.
Yeah.
That'd
Or
be
during the
funny,
sheep
though, if we
riding,
did that one day.
Right?
Yeah.
Pink Pony Club. Probably not the
Yes.
song to play during the Pee Wee barrel racing of a
No.
rodeo.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I made an
I-
edit to Pink Pony Club of
Yeah.
the Pee-wee barrel racing. Just saying.
Okay.
Big Bang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but like I feel like I gotta be careful with some of this stuff.
I think people need to lighten up though and have
For
a sense
some
of humor.
things.
Like
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like let's not play pretend like we don't know some of
Okay,
these
but the kids
things.
don't know.
The kids don't need
Yeah.
to know for
Think
sure.
about
And
what
it's
we
funny
used to listen
sound.
to as kids.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not appropriate.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the songs.
Like I said, my favorite song in grade 4 was the rodeo song. And me and my friend listened to it on our Walkman out in the bleachers on the playground during recess. And we
Yeah.
thought it was so darn funny. And we loved it. And we're huge country music fans. So,
The taking the O out of country music though could be a song. Could definitely work.
yeah.
Anyway,
it might be a
sorry.
little too real.
Album
But
number 3.
Could be too real.
Yeah.
Might be some trigger warnings.
yeah, it might be some
Yeah,
trigger warnings
yeah.
on that one. But
It would
it's
probably
okay.
work in Australia.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You just have to put a disclaimer. Like, everyone featured in this song is not a real
yeah.
person.
And was from Australia.
Yeah. Yeah. It's on the other side of the
Where
world.
this is okay.
Okay, sorry. Off track. You got another one? Are we playing another one? Or what are we thinking? You don't have to. Do you want to?
Your guys' call.
Whatever we want to do.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Let's do one
Okay.
more.
Well, you know, you
Speak to the
talked about
music.
like a great song for a bull rider at PBR, and this one
yeah.
just naturally came to mind.
Okay.
It's called Broken Down Barbie. I'm being completely sarcastic. I hope you've gathered that by now.
I like that we're already at this point.
It's a really female
3 hours in.
empowerment song, so I think it'd be great at a PBR.
Okay.
I'll play something different, but I thought that'd be really funny if you like were really seriously like, I need this to be somebody's buck out song.
Oh my gosh, yes.
An introduction song?
Yeah.
Maybe it's Dusty
Yeah.
Golden's new introduction
Yeah.
song?
Actually,
Absolutely.
can you intro somebody to Pink Pony Club now that we're talking
Yeah.
about it?
I think that'd be funny because it'd be
I think
really
that'd be
funny.
amazing.
It'd be great to like play it from the start, and then when the chute opens, it's like Pink Pony Club.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right?
it'd be awesome actually.
It'd be like it could be really good timing.
Totally.
That's a great thing.
So
We're doing that.
Peter called me earlier. Peter Jabad does a production for the PBR shows, and I have to find the right song for this whole video piece where the guys start in the dressing room and they walk out, like talking about show business production. Like
Yeah.
we did one in Lethbridge in March, and it was really cool. Same weekend as the Country Music Alberta Awards, but he wanted to do Lagrange. And we
Okay,
did
yep.
Lagrange by
Yep.
ZZ Top, and like
Great song.
but he's talking about a whorehouse in Texas when the guys are getting ready to come out of the dressing room. I'm like, Peter, you can't have a fucking song about a whorehouse when the guys are getting ready to come out. Like, it sounds cool, the sound is
Oh, I
great,
feel like that fits.
but the lyrics don't match.
I feel like it does.
And like, I
match.
love Peter, and I was like, Peter,
saying.
Peter, you know what
Well,
that song means, right?
Yeah.
They got a lot of nice girls there, and the guys are all like coming up like.
Well,
But
yeah, that line might not fit.
But if if we're on that track, like Pink Pony Club could be the one.
It could.
But the thing is, like, it's just not as, it doesn't hit the same. But I was thinking Money for Nothing could be cool, where it like starts off really like ominous and like
Yep.
I want my MTV, and like it's really ominous, and then there's like a bit of time. There's like I think there's a minute and 18 seconds before like the guitar riff really rips in there.
Yeah.
But I think that could really work from like the very start where it builds up. Sorry,
Yeah.
totally off topic, but
now we're just brainstorming it.
but
that's sweet.
Pink Pony Club could work for an intro. That is not
I
that
think
far
so.
off. Yeah.
And
I
can
think on one of the ones where like the fireworks are going or whatever.
hell yeah.
In their
for
intros.
Pink Pony Club?
Yeah, let's do that. You
I
do
don't know
that,
about that. I don't
not
think I can do
let's.
that.
But
Barrel Racer, yeah. Barrel
yeah.
Racing, yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Can you?
But I can't do a Barrel Racer because then Betty Barrel Racer is going to get
Yeah,
fucking mad at me
exactly. No, you're right.
because
Racer's
I don't
I'm
know.
playing the Pink Pony Club. Maybe she's a stripper in her part time. Nobody knows. Maybe she's got an OnlyFans. We don't know this.
I think
Okay.
she'd be flattered then if she did.
maybe.
She probably likes that song.
I think universally we all love Pink.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But like on a side note, can you please play Broken Down Barbie for Dusty next time?
He's getting on bulls again. That could be fun.
Yeah, he told me
It'll be
that.
our inside joke.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't listen to this podcast before he rides next, but he'll know the song for sure.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Okay. But
Okay,
no,
I'm
we
sorry.
won't.
Where
We
are we
won't
after
play
this?
that. You'll have to go hear it for yourself on.
We're out on the album.
Yeah, I'm,
yeah,
now
you
I'm
have to
really
go.
curious about this song.
Go
Yeah,
buy
it's a great tune. It's actually a ripping song.
We're gonna listen after this.
Sound wise, it'd be great, but no, I'll play something a little more.
Okay.
A little more Western, actually. My dad wrote this song many years ago already, and I was sitting on the couch beside him and kind of helped him work through this. Like, I take no writer cred and stuff. I was kind of a fly on the wall, but that was my first experience as a teenager, really like watching his process and watching him write and being a part of it. So he always said, "This is gonna be my comeback song someday. I'm gonna make a comeback to country music." But then his daughter did. So. And I cut the song. And this is the one that Brett Kissel also cut as well. So, jokingly, I was like, well, who played it best? You got to go listen for yourselves and decide what version you like. But his is very badass for sure. And we went like a very Waylon Jennings kind of route with it. So I'll play that for you. It's called Nowhere to Ride.
I spent 14 years on the back of this saddle, killing time, working cattle for very low pay. A fat cat from town I heard is coming around. Big money, big buildings, they're coming our way. Big money, big buildings, they're coming our way. 'Cause the cities go up, the towns are going down. Next generation's working in town. I can't make a living on the other side. So what's a cowboy gonna do when there's nowhere to ride? A high price they pay and they take the land away, break it up and pave it up and call it downtown. And guys get graze on streets that are paved. Guess the cow and the boy gotta move it uptown. The cow and the boy are nowhere around. 'Cause the cities go up, the towns are going down. Next generation's working in town. I can't make a living on the other side. What's a cowboy gonna do when there's nowhere to ride? Now the boss says sell it, the company develops. 100-year ranch is going down today. And guys like me, a dying breed. I guess the cow and the boy gotta ride away. The cow and the boy gotta ride away. To where the cities go up, the towns are going down. Next generation's working in town. I can't make a living on the other side. What's a cowboy gonna do when there's nowhere to ride? Hey, what's a cowboy gonna do when there's nowhere to ride?
Right on. Right on. The so that song's a bit of a bummer because we're losing the ranch land,
Yeah.
but it's kind of up tempo. It's kind of a do they call it a juxtaposition?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a heater of a tune.
It is.
And it's even cooler, the recorded versions of it. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's a real sad piece of truth to it, for sure.
Yeah. It reminds me of S Lazy H while we're on the Corb thought train. That one's
Yeah.
a real bummer.
Yeah, that one's a super bummer. For
Super
sure,
bummer.
Yeah.
But this one's got some bummer lyrics, but it's got some
Nice
rock
tune.
and roll
Yeah.
sound to it.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. And just like some edge to it, a little bit of it's a good message of that, like, if we don't maybe defend ourselves and stick up for ourselves, like we are going to eventually lose it all potentially, right? But there's a lot of good people out there and a lot of stewards of the land and people championing for this lifestyle in this world that I don't think it'll ever actually come to that. So we'll sing about our worries about it, but I don't think we'll ever see it.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Well, not in our lifetimes, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hope so.
We'll see. Well, Morgan, this has been a lot of fun. Thanks for making your way all the way over here. Tell everybody where they can find you. You're on all the music platforms.
Yeah.
But give us a little rundown quick where everybody can find your stuff.
Yeah, well, listen to the music. That's the cheapest way that a person can support an artist. It doesn't cost anything.
And buy it.
Yeah, well, or buy it.
If you can
that's
buy
great.
it on iTunes,
Yeah.
although it's way less of a thing now, but
Yeah.
I'm buying your music to play at shows, just so you know.
Oh, thank you.
I'm actually buying
Appreciate
it
that.
from Apple Music. Hopefully you get a good cut
Yes.
of it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm buying it.
Love Apple Music. They've been a huge supporter of me, actually. And, I'm old school. I sell CDs. I sell vinyl.
Yeah.
If you're into
as
that,
you
I
should.
still have hard copies too. But yeah, like it's free to hit the follow button on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, whatever.
Yep.
I have all the social platforms. And listen to music. That really, you've paid your $9 or $10 a month. So
Yeah, $12.99
$12.99
actually.
actually. Okay, see, Apple's only 10. So.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's a huge help. But it's all under Morgan Klaiber Music. It's not spelled how it sounds, so KLAIBER. Looks like
Yeah.
Klaiber.
Klaiber.
If you found the girl with the cowboy hat, you're at the right place. And check me out on social media. You might see some ranch life and some unreleased stuff. We're gonna put some videos of some upcoming teasers and things to look forward to, and stay up to date what's going on as we head down the trail. So
I love it. Well, once again, from the Brahma Boot Studio, my name's Ted Stoven. This is Cowboy Shit, and this is Morgan Klaiber.